What's up, everybody? How are we doing, my friends? Okay. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of people. Holy shit. What's up, everybody? What's up, bro? Solo ops is harder now? They made solo ops harder? Husky, what's up? Austin says it feels so much better. Good. Yeah, I think the bonus engram change alone is going to make me a lot happier. Honest to God, I played Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 for an ungodly amount of hours. I've played Edge of Fate for so little, I don't even know what an unstable core is. It doesn't even matter anymore, bro. Is it a fix if it's a repair? Definitionally, yes. Yes. I would say almost every single English speaker would call the words fix and repair synonyms. I say that quite confidently, yeah. Does bro you read YouTube chat or not? No, not really. You guys are kind of fucking toxic. I'm pretty excited. I have neglected leveling quite a bit. So what light level am I currently? My high, I'm actually fucking shocked I'm this high. I am 472 at max. So what is not up to par here? For some reason, my truth is my highest thing. So I'm 472 in 4/8. So 472.5 to start today.
Welcome back.
And I'm very curious where we end today, because I want to do like, I want to investigate whether these changes are good. Bro, they got me playing Onslaught. Holy shit. Yo, Sky Pino, what's up? From saving lives to killing aliens. Who the fuck saves lives? No toxic, I'm just old as fuck. Those are the same thing. Did a matchmade reclaim it? It was so nice. Dude, I did a fucking ultimate reclaim yesterday with some people on in the Discord. The fuck you mean not enough space, bro? Or are these guaranteed light? Oh. 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 I can use these to finish the power grind. I thought they capped at 300. I thought the whole fucking point of them was to cap at 300. Same with this shit, dude. Oh my god, bro. Okay.
Never forget.
We're grinding. All right, so I am 472 right now. 472 and 4/8. I have a lot of bonus engrams, okay? And if you guys don't know, they changed these little green guys right there. They changed those, so now if you get an A, they're powerful. And I have a lot of powerful drop. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. I got a lot. I've heard the Crucible ones are not powerful. So I'm excited. Did they change? Let's look at the patch notes. Because they were also going to do the change at some point where every time a drop drops, it has a chance to be a pinnacle drop as well. Was that today? Reward power. Reward power has been improved across both PvE and PvP portal content. Edge of Fate activity rewards are also getting small buffs. Seasonal hub, tech drop, supply drop, armor, weapons. That was a while ago. Oh, that already exists. Okay. Mid activity chest has been added to all 3 variants. So we're quite. Oh my god, I got hiccups. Okay, interesting.
Rhythmic physical expressions won't win a fight.
Sorry. I'm seeing if any of this applies to what I'm doing today. Doesn't really look like it. Yeah, the power grind is so much faster. I've gotten plus 10 power in about 3.5 hours and 500 plus. I'm not really trying that hard today. If I had a group to farm with, it definitely would have been faster. Well, talk about having a group to farm with, chat. Who wants to do some Portal? Let's see what we have first. So, yeah, I do want to try Onslaughts here. So, Midtown Onslaught. My Widow's Court Onslaught does not have... I don't have bonus engrams there, so I'm not going to do that. Let's do Midtown. What's the difference? It should have the same. 1 and 3. 1 and 4. Why does Widow's Court get an extra one? Anyways. So... Oh, wait. I can matchmake this? Wait. Okay. So, first off, I want to say, this change here, the customized change, where I still don't like selecting my modifiers every single activity I do, but this, like, the +2, +4, -1, -4, like, these changes, very good. I love the visual changes here. Okay. Now, let me ask you a question, chat. How accurate are these predictions? Like, this Grandmaster says I'm going to get an A. What is the difference between an A and an A+? Because it looks like here I get 5 475 drops. And it looks like here I get 5 475 drops. So the only thing is I only get an A here if I beat the time bonus. Click on the letter A for your reward forecast. Oh, I'm gonna be straight up. I didn't know this screen existed. I don't think I've ever looked at this screen in my entire life. Is that new? So, is this, like, fairly confident I'm gonna get an A here? Okay, I'm just gonna try it. Grandmaster. I'm just gonna try Grandmaster and hope I get an A, because if not, I'm wasting, like, 3 extra drops. That's been a thing since launch. That's one of my big problems with the portal. Okay, what is this, Destiny Rising? Why are there 42 submenus, man? I shouldn't need... I literally have a PhD, and I still can't understand this shit, dude. There's no reason for it to be that complex, okay? There's no reason. It's... There's too much. It's like 4 things on top of each other. What the hell? The forecast is like a 99% chance you'll get that rank. It's only in solo ops where you need to do bonus objectives. Okay, sick. The score prediction is your bare minimum promised score. If you get time bonus, it goes higher. You can get an A+ easily. What is the difference between an A and an A+? Because that did not look different. Does the difference between an A and an A+ only matter in... Oh, fuck. Does that only matter in... when I'm past 500? Bro, I guess I'm a fucking... mint retrograde main for this run. Oh, and how many waves is this? I think A plus gives more materials, but honestly, I don't know. Dude, if fucking Spider Reviver doesn't know, what chance do I have? No difference as far as the light is concerned. If you're a max season rank, you get plus 15% portal score multiplier. So to get an A, I don't need to put any amount of negative modifiers. That's a good change. That's a good change. Does Bungie even know? I'm sure some people at Bungie know. That's just my point. Like, this all just illustrates, right? There are, between me and you guys, there's, you know, a couple hundred of us. And we all have collectively, you know, probably tens of thousands-ish hours since Edge of Fate launched, since the portal became a thing. And none of us know! And it doesn't tell you in-game. That's literally my point. This is my entire point. And so, yes, they've made the grind easier, it would appear, which is sick. Don't get me wrong. That's awesome. But they clearly did not execute on the messaging. And if us Destiny nerds who live and breathe this game don't know what's going on, what chance does fucking some, like, noob have, dude? There's no way. I need to use my buddies more. Hello?
Good work, Guardian. Your light is strong.
My only gripe is there's no reason to go for a higher score than B plus on Ultimate. A plus and B plus give the same rewards. They should add an engram to each upgrade. Didn't they talk about A plus doing? I like very vaguely remember some twab describing some difference between A and A plus, but I don't remember what it was. It might have been. Wait, I thought A plus just gave like something. Tier 5. It can't be tier 5s because you get tier 5. You get tier 5s at 450 like. I don't know what that was going on anymore. I might have clicked on that screen once or twice. Yeah, I didn't even know that screen existed. I sure need to do research and watch videos, etc. to learn how to play the core game. Yes, yes. Preach, Kevin. That's exactly my point. It's like, I think I've been pretty consistent with my messaging in that I think there are a lot of things that the portal is addressing that need to be addressed. Like, I don't think the portal in itself is an awful idea. And I think a lot of the core things that they are trying to do with the portal, I think they're very good things. But the implementation, holy sheesh, it is just so, it's so cumbersome, it's so obtuse. There's so many overlapping layers and submenus and scores and numbers and like, it's just too much. It's just so important, like in business or any of these things. Like, customers or consumers will take any chance, the smallest inconvenience, to be turned away from your product. It should be so easy for someone to log into Destiny and just start playing something. And the fact that they've made it 14 times harder to like understand what the hell is going on. If you give anyone, oh, I forgot you can't skate with these. If you give anyone a chance, or even just like if I log on and I see that screen and I'm like, I don't know what modifiers to pick, I'm done. Like, that's gonna happen to a lot of people, man. It has to be, there has to be a click and go option. That needs to be the main option, needs to be click and go. It's just so, I like having the option to add modifiers and mess with modifiers, and like player agency is really good, but at a certain point, dog, we all have Fortnite and Call of Duty brain, where the game just tells us how to do something fun. We click 2 buttons and then we're doing something fun. And I feel like the portal took like the worst visual elements from a Call of Duty or a Fortnite, like the soulless boxy screen, and they combined it with like the worst parts of something like World of Warcraft 25 years in, where no one knows what the hell is going on. You know, the whole point of the Fortnite screen is to make it easy, dude. They did the opposite.
And make sure you're still standing when the dust settles.
But I am excited for these light changes. Hopefully at least you have to interact with this system far less. I've been playing a lot of the raid recently, and I have to say, I really like the changes they made to the raid in terms of giving you light. I think they did a really good job with that stuff. Like, running the raid doesn't feel like a waste of time anymore, which is hella sick. That's very nice because I enjoy running the epic raid, and I still believe it's still not the most efficient way to level up. The epic raid, there's not a world where you convince me that the epic raid shouldn't be the fastest way to level up. It's the hardest content in the game. It's the most demanding content in the game. It's the coolest content in the game. It should be de facto 100% without a shadow of a doubt in my mind the fastest way to rank up or level up to max. At least like most of the time. Like, I understand if they do rotating limited time events or whatever, but most of the time it should be the fastest. It's still not, but it's a lot better than it was before. I like how half of us still call it light level. I still call a lot of things in Destiny by the wrong. I mean, I still call fucking X Twitter. Catch me dead calling it X, by the way. How many waves is this? Is it 30 now? To be honest, I really want them to make one of the ops menus a seasonal ops, where it's just a narrative chain and seasonal progression. Dude, fucking preach. Preach. That's what I'm saying. It is an unforgivable content sin that none of the new stuff is in the portal, dude. The portal, dude, I've been saying it. I told them this. I've been saying it to you guys forever. The portal, replaying old activities, is cool. Like, it's a cool idea to supplement new material and new activities. The new part can't be old. You know? It is 30 waves, cool. Bro, that is not the ball. To this day, dude, I know a lot of people soured on Onslaught. I still maintain it's one of the best overall Destiny game modes, especially for like a seasonal activity. I know people really soured around Revenant and Onslaught Salvation and stuff, but no, I'm a freaking Onslaught stan until I die. It just feels so good. Just brainless murder sprees, dude.
You've got some fight in you. Good.
We need world ops tied to narrative triumphs. Really? Don't mention triumphs around current day Bungie. They're sunsetting that shit. They got sick of me bragging about having max triumph score every title, every guild on Twitter, so they said, oh, fuck you, we're just not adding new titles to the game, nerd neck. It's like, alright, fuck me, I guess. Bro, the buddy build keeps your freaking look at my transcendence bar. Dude, it's still max. Oh my god, that was incredible.
Pure combat potential. Make me proud.
Did you guys see that? I can't wait to play the new Gambit in December, dude. End me. The second I log on and I have to play Gambit and I have to pick the modifiers that go on Gambit before I load in, dude, I'm retiring from Destiny. It's over. I'm uninstalling on the spot. Oh, man. I mean, it's justified because all of the Revenant maps have screens that teleport straight to the ADU and explode. Dude, I'm just freaking vibing, man. I don't know. Yo, chill. Chill, bro. I'm confused. Don't we have to get like a million score? My score right now is 3,000. Do you get like a 2 billion bonus for... Oh, no. Oh, no. You should do Widow's Court when you have the 3 bonus drop. I will. I will probably get a ton of drop. I'll probably get a ton of bonus drops for completing the other bonus drops, which will let me complete those bonus drops for more bonus drops, dude.
Cade would have been proud of how you ran through that like it was a game.
10,000 is the predicted score before the multipliers? Dude, like, this shit's all made up, dude. I don't understand. Why did they choose to do the most convoluted version of this? I'm saving all my points for tier 20 to 30. Like, if they just made Onslaught gear tiered and they were like, here's Into the Light 2, I would unironically be all over that. There's things I want them to do before that. It feels too free to fall back on Onslaught for good loot, since that was like really the last good loot we had. You know what I mean? It's like, well, that worked. Is the game so back? I will say some of the portal interfaces are a little easier to read, although I still don't understand a goddamn thing about the score, Hoon. Chat's been trying to teach me, but it seems like most of them don't know what the hell is going on either, so good start. But the purpose of today is pretty much going through and doing all my bonus drops, because all the bonus drops are powerful now. So I started the day at 472. I'm just gonna, for like hours, I'm just gonna do all my powerful drops and see where I end today. This will probably be a pretty long but efficient stream, which was my nickname in high school. And I'm very curious about the science of how much you can level. Because, like, surely everybody has, like, every bonus drop loaded up on their portal. No one was running all these different activities, right? So everyone should have as many, or close to as many, bonus drops as me, I imagine. And so I think this is just a really good test to run, like, you know, to see if they really changed anything. So we'll see who. Killing Wind Rampage. Oh my gosh, this person's stuck in year 1. Hi, Scarrow. Hope all is well. I want to let you know that pre-Ash and Iron, I was 435. Before today's reset, I was 460. I'm gonna die. Before today's reset, I was 467, and I'm currently 497, which is insane. That is actually insane. And you've been playing since reset? That's 5 hours. That's 30 light in 5 hours, which is insane. I played for 4 hours today, went from 3 to 320. Thank God they added those unstable cores. I could not build craft due to poverty. Dude, I will die. I will literally go to war and die on the hill and for the hill that Infusion should be 1 billion% free. I do not care. I really threw by not having a proper heavy on, by the way. I'd like to formally apologize to my teammates here. Infusion should not cost anything. The whole point of a cost, right, is to slow you down. It is a tax on your playtime to make you play more, right? But we already have that. The cost of your loot is earning the loot and then dismantling it forever to boost your other loot. That is already the activity cost. There is, and then okay, then they'll. The end result of all of these is they just end up changing the infusion cost to something that doesn't matter. But if it doesn't matter, then it doesn't need to exist, right? There's not like a fixed amount of currency, right? Like we're not, us infusing, we're not paying Bungie for their services, right? This isn't like money, right? It is a currency, but it is an infinite currency that goes nowhere. You know, it doesn't, it only exists to serve as a barrier, and when it's serving as a barrier, it's annoying and prohibitive, and when it's not serving as a barrier, it doesn't need to exist. I've been telling them that for years. I don't mind Infusion. I like the idea of earning loot and making, you know, in some cases, the decision to power up your current loot or transition into new loot. I don't mind that at all, but the entire game is now centered around build crafting and the light progression. You gotta make it not bad. You know what I mean? Okay, I will bite. Did they fix the grind? We are testing this. But Scarrow, we need you to play longer. But that's just not even how it works anymore. That's my point. Like, it doesn't. Like, right now, especially for a player like me, do you guys know how many enhancement cores you guys know how many fucking enhancement? Okay. Let's see how many enhancement cores I have, okay? So I have 3,000 in my inventory. And then in my vault, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I have 23-ish thousand enhancement cores. Dog, this is like when there are laws and the punishment for breaking the law is a fine, like for littering or speeding or whatever. That doesn't matter to people with a lot of money because they have a lot of money, right? Like punishments that are monetary in premise, they disproportionately affect those with less money or or fewer resources. That's what this is. Okay, their change to enhancement cores to freaking the Destiny billionaires doesn't do anything. But to freaking Jim Bob that just picked up the game off of the Windows Store sale, dude, he's gonna be like, I don't have any of this stuff. It's just like, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. You're either disproportionately hurting new players or relapse or like lapsed players who are coming back. Relapsed players, I guess. Or it's just not a barrier for anyone. In which case, why does it exist? Or it is prohibitive to everyone, in which case everyone hates their lives. Or it's like the worst version of this are like upgrade modules where they're not really prohibitive, but they're super annoying and you can only hold 10 in your inventory at a time and you have to constantly go back to the tower to buy more. There's no good version of this. Just take him out of the game. Upgrade modules were fine. No, upgrade modules were like my least favorite thing probably in the history of Destiny. Every time I was like mid-raid and I needed to infuse and I had to go back to the tower and I had to wait for all these freaking console fuckheads with their fucking HDDs and I have to sit in a 7-minute load screen to buy a couple of upgrade modules. Oh my god, dude. Nothing will make me a freaking platform elitist more than tower load times because I have to get fucking upgrade modules, bro. Absolutely no way. Absolutely no way were those fine in any sense of any concept of any friggin' anything, dude. Oh, frick, dude. I was ranting too much and I died. I never had enough upgrade modules. They were a pain. Dude, the part in the season where you ran out of the free ones in the season pass was probably like the worst day of my life. every 3 months running out of the free ones was like, oh my god, bro. No, keep ranting. I think I got my point across, bro. Why were they capped at 25? I can't believe it was that many, dude. I felt like 3. Dude, Infusion should just be free. The cost of Infusion is the time cost, the time you are spending to grind. And then the fact that you will never ever get to use that loot. Oh, fuck off. You'll never get to use that loot because it's now gone forever because you infused it into something. There doesn't need to be more cost than that. Bro, this guy has so much health. Your first 500 piece just dropped? Hell yeah. Dude, I feel so bad that I have a sword on right now. At least I have my super generator deluxe. Let alone the fact that the piece of loot existing means on top of the 700 in the game, we need vault space. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Goodbye. By the way, Lithium is now a micro missile. How was it not? How is that different? Was it not already a micro missile? Forced Memorializer. That is an insane name, by the way. Forced Memorializer. It's kind of fun. Alrighty. Is anyone else a little annoyed that they forced power deltas? Personally, I would have liked the choice opt in the power deltas. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm not gonna lie at all. And I'm more than happy to have a discussion about this, but I think I will take set power deltas literally every time over any form of leveling up. And I think that has been an opinion that has been shaped by the last 10 years of Destiny. And the times I have enjoyed content the most is when I don't have to worry about leveling up and I just load into harder difficulty things. So you know, maybe this isn't the best version of it. I haven't really interacted or paid attention enough to really tell you. But if we're moving away, I don't mind force power deltas at all, actually, to be completely honest. Did you get into the marathon tech test? I think that's NDA'd. I don't know. I've seen a lot of people like kind of complain about the power deltas, and like that's totally fine. I just can't think of a time in Destiny history where I've had a bad experience with a set power delta. Like actually quite the opposite. I've had many bad experiences of having like unleveled gear or like a teammate underleveled for an activity or something like that. And I feel like traditionally they have literally, I mean, see like contest mode, right? Like literally the best experiences I've ever had in this game were all power delta. What about Neomoon and Patrol? Well, the only reason that one sucked is because like no one like that was just an incorrect power delta in terms of like where I think it should have been, right? Like there's a big difference between like a portal activity or whatever being power delta 10 under 5 under versus a like Neomuna being like permanently minus 15 or whatever. But also power deltas back then are a lot different than they are now, right? So like most activities, even though they're power deltas, should be like quite a bit easier than that. I believe that's a Hoon question usually, or a Wabi question. If we have set power deltas, there's not really a purpose for power other than to keep you from playing the modes you want. Yeah, and that was like always the issue. Like that's just a cyclical issue that we've had for literally years. I keep trying to skate with this thing. That we've had for years at this point, right? Like every season, the only reason, for like the last 3 years, the only reason we have light leveled was to get ready for GMs. That was it. It didn't matter anywhere else in the game. And yeah, you know what I mean? Like I see what they're doing, and I see the vision. Like, you don't want people to log in and get tier 5s day one, which is going to happen with Renegades now, which is something they're probably worried about, but we'll see how that turns out. So I get you want to kind of like lock loot progression a little bit, or in this case a lot of it, but at the same time, I really vibe with the idea of just getting to play harder content whenever I want for better rewards. Like, why should I get it's healthier, it's like a healthier game model, but it's not really my concern. You know, I mean, it kind of is, but it's not my concern. You know what I mean? I don't get paid to worry about that shit. Well, in a way I kind of do, but not in a way where I, you know, I want to. You're still using the same arrow you used 8 years ago? Thank you for the prime, by the way, Wabi. I am, yes. I am. That is correct. Being able to skill difficulty based on who I'm playing with, now that there are power deltas, I can't do that. Just play lower difficulties. Also, like, isn't the idea behind this that the power deltas are now, like, you are now, especially early on average, now closer to the light than you were before? Like, when you first breached like 450, 500, you had to be like 50 under before this update. Now you're 30 under. That's easier, right? Am I missing something? What is minus 30 now? Hoon or Wabi or Spider? What is minus 30 now compared to the old stuff? Oh, Spider actually said something about this. Yes, deltas are significantly different. Basically, anything from +0 to minus 30 is pretty chill compared to the old stuff. That's what I thought. I think like minus 30 now is the equivalent to like old minus 15, minus 20, something like that. Old stuff, I believe it's minus 20, aka old master. It's baby game, guys. That's baby game. What was the epic mode contest? How many minuses was that? That was minus 30? Dude. Yo, Re-Vampire, thank you so much for the prime. Minus 30, but the bosses did have custom scaled HP. I'm not talking about the bosses. I'm talking specific, like the point I'm going to raise is specifically the ads, dude. That was so easy.
You obliterated them.
Minus 30 now is pretty close to minus 20 old, but an old system had HP scaling and stuff that made it weird. Okay. Dude, anyone who actually did epic mode on contest, though, like, you'll know those ads fell over. The ads were a complete non-issue, like a complete non-factor in contest epic mode Desert Perpetual. Minus 40 OG Desert Perpetual was kind of fucked comparatively, something like minus 60 or something. But now that we don't have HP scaling, so enemies are squishier. Okay, so there's a big change between normal DP and epic DP. Epic DP was like so easy. Even the boss HP scaling was very forgiving. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much faster in the grind now up to 500? This is something, that's the purpose of this stream and what I'm hoping to answer. Current delta scaling really starts to ramp out in going from minus 30 outwards. Where in the game now, Spider or Hoon or Wabi or Skynapino, my numbers guys, where in the game do you go above minus 30 now that they've set all this set power delta stuff and contest mode is minus 30? Is there, can you experience, oh yeah, maybe in the conquests? Isn't Ultimate minus 30? Mythic, I think, might be the only place. Oh, Mythic Kepler. Okay. So it's like, if everything in the game, or if like 90% of things in the game are epic, desert, perpetual, contest mode, or easier, there's no reason to complain. Like on God, dude. Like if you have any meaningfully powerful build, and if you're up at ultimate difficulty, you should have a build like that. If you have literally any of these uber busted builds, you will not feel anything. Conquest. Oh, they are on Conquest as well. I think people just get kind of... Remember, deltas now are very different than they were pre-Edge of Fate. I know we've had like 8 years of conditioning about power deltas and like learning what they feel like, but you got to forget all that. It's not the same.
This is a gauge of pure combat potential. Make me proud.
Like I'm doing a Grandmaster activity, match made, and I have a primary weapon and a sword on. I'm literally only using abilities in Mint Retrograde for this, and it is... I'm talking to chat. What is this? Is this minus 20? Is this minus 25? What is Grandmaster? Minus 25? Dog. Like, come on. I'm complete brain off mode right now. I don't think any of the difficulties are high enough to warrant any sort of complaining, in my opinion, about power deltas. It's just fine. Yo, Rune, what's up? Low-key wish they didn't adjust Mythic Kepler for fireteam size. It was a good test for builds being mega underpowered. Dude, I actually, like... I know everything was really spongy, but that first week, or that second week, whenever we did, like, all of the Kepler world bosses for the Hourglass things, whenever we did that on Mythic, and then you had to do, like, the story missions and stuff, like, high-key, actually not that bad. In terms of, like, it was challenging, and you had to play different, and you had to play really slowly, but in hindsight, it's kind of nice to have something that's that challenging in the game.
I haven't seen destruction on a scale like that.
No, but streamer, you play this game for a living, you're not the average player. You're lucky you put the sarcasm thing in there. All right, so most of that went to my Postmaster. This is one complaint I have with the portal system. Well, I have a lot of complaints about the portal system, but everything going straight to Postmaster instead of sitting on the ground is very aggravating. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, I think I got loot in every slot. I need to go to Kepler real quick and pick that shit up. Oh! One thing I want to say, Bungie putting a Postmaster on Kepler is an unbelievable W. I do not care. So I don't have to wait for the tower load times, dude. While Dado is away, you will give me my opinion. Let's go. There's a running theory right now that Destiny Rising is still in a somewhat ascended beta. Game launches in China on Thursday. I think the content is going to become crazy once it launches there. I freaking hope so, man. Is the load time different for the Postmaster? Oh my god. Yeah. Dude, 20 seconds to load in here. If you load into the tower, if I load in the tower right now, I will be in that screen from anywhere between 3 to 7 minutes. Okay, so I think this is lower, so I can destroy that. Okay. That's... Okay, that's a huge boost right there. So I had, from that game, I got, or from that run, I got 4 or 5 huge light boosts. So that one activity, let this load. That one activity alone, I think, brought me up almost 2 whole light levels. I was 72.5. Is this 75? So that took me up from 72.5 to 1/8 under 74. So literally a light and a half from one activity. And I think that's just going to get faster because the bonus drops on the faster activities are actually going to be way more impactful. So like solo ops quick play. Why is this normal? Can I turn this off of normal? Why will it not let me turn? Okay, so I don't, whatever, fuck that. So like creation here. Tower loads in batches, so you often have to wait for console players, and if they are on old gen, yeah, exactly, yeah, that's why I complain about it so much. So that's B+. So now you do need A, though, right? Like, they fixed the prediction stuff? Or is B+ still the go-to? Where's just locked loadouts? Oh. I'm just gonna go for A. Oh shoot, wait. Okay, we're gonna do that. Oh, I got 76 boots too, I didn't even friggin' see that. Oh my gosh, dude, I hella leveled off of that one. Tier 5s from -25 with fixed deltas is insane. Dog, tier 5s, not only tier 5s, but like 8 tier 5s. The game is like literally spitting tier 5s at me for doing like baby level content.
There's few guardians I would send without a fight.
Which is good. Like, there's not...
One of them.
To a point, that's good.
Make me regret it.
We appreciate the confidence, Saint. We won't take any unnecessary risks. I hope.
I would much... Did that laser just kill... Do those lasers kill you? Or did I... No way I just died that fast from an ad. Yes, they do. What? Bro, the inanimate lasers are freaking way more deadly than the enemies here. The Vex should feel so inadequate right now. This fucking laser killed me. You guys are shooting baby lasers. Dude, Falcon -30 is so... It sounds way more intimidating than it is. -30 is nothing. I'm on ultimatum. I'm -30 right now. Look at this. This is... Everyone complaining about -30, this is what you're scared of. Like, come on. Come on. Let's be real here, dude. Let's be real. Oh no, power deltas -30. Oh goodness gracious. What am I gonna do? You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I promise, dude. You'll be fine. Scarrow, save me. I'm stuck on the quest for finalities, augurs, catalyst. Step 9. I've done so many times now, and the 8th worm just doesn't check up for me. The 8th worm for finalities, augur. I would do a run where you hit every worm. Just to make sure that you're hitting the right one. Yes, exactly what Spider said, yeah. I think people are forgetting minus 30 now is not the same as pre-Edge of Fate. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's just so, like, I think it just sounds very intimidating. And I understand. I understand. Like, you've had so many years of learning what these numbers mean. And they've been, like, fairly consistently the same thing. Oh my gosh. Although, I will say, these... I think they mess up the health scaling on these crystals. But you've had so many years of learning what numbers mean, and now they've all completely changed. So it's natural that you're gonna be, you know, there's gonna be some nervousness there, especially in relation to old numbers, right? But if you just get in and play some ultimate activities, dude, you'll see they're literally baby mode. I didn't think they could make Grandmaster content any easier than it was pre-Edge of Fate, but they did. Oh my god, dude, I'm actually 100% convinced they mess up the health scaling on these. I don't think I've ever been... I'm more convinced of this than I was that weight gate existed. Oh no. Oh, for the weekly triumph, does anyone know how to complete kill fallen and portal activity? I killed fallen and portal, doesn't progress. Is it bosses? Bro, why does this gun has like every 7th bullet it just kicks randomly? Okay, what else we got here? Okay. Let's play a game called How Blind is Scarrow. There we go. Remember when Waygate was our worst problems? Feels good. Old times, man. I mean, look, dude. There's a lot of problems with the game right now. And like, but it's more of the combination of them that are so bad. I'm not sure. It's very few of our problems in Destiny are individually as disastrous as Waygate. In a looter shooter game, Waygate is borderline, not even borderline, it's just unacceptable. Like, that is literally game breaking. Yeah, some shit sucks right now, but Waygate is literally like, it like defaces the type of game that Destiny is, right? What is Waygate? Waygate was something that happened about a year ago. Yeah, about a year ago. It is insane that we have people in chat asking what is Waygate. That is crazy, actually. Waygate is something that happened about a year ago where a bunch of really clever people in the Destiny community figured out that perks were not certain perk combinations were not dropping equally or as often on certain weapons. And so it turned out that there were certain very coveted rolls of weapons that you were actually not getting because they had like 1,000 times less chance to drop. All because of chill inhibitor was the reason we figured it out. Or I don't want to take my, like, I was definitely an early champion for the idea, but I don't want to sit here and ever pretend like I'm the one who discovered it. I was just like, once the data was presented to me very early on, and I helped collect more data and like dig into the database and stuff, but I definitely was not one of the people that like realized that there was something fishy going on. I just helped flesh it out and then championed it early on. But yeah, that shit was like crazy. All right, how many we get here? 4 tier. Are these all? Did I get an A? Wait, why did I only get C? Oh, I got an A plus. Okay. 77, 77, 77, 64. Okay, so I got 3 powerful drops there. Or did one go to my Postmaster? Something might have gone to my post. Dude, really? Light leveling is like actually so free now. Oh, one is in Postmaster? Oh my goodness. I got 4 light upgrades for a 5-minute solo op is insane. Glee good. Good job, Bungie. Yes. We like. Can someone explain the 67 thing to me? Because there's hockey players that have started doing the 67 dance when they score, and I'm like, huh? Oh, this is cool. There's just an extra score modifier right now. So why am I getting... Oh, because I need to do this on Ultimate. It's actually so crazy. Okay, like... It almost feels wrong. Like, not bad. It feels good. But it feels like I'm doing something naughty that without thinking, I can just load into an ultimate activity. And I get all the best rewards. It's like... I don't have to think about modifiers. I could just... I'm allowed to just go in to the activity. That's allowed. And I get the best rewards.
Remember, Guardian, if things get too
Huh?
heavy, just say the word.
Huh?
We'll pull you back to orbit.
Ah, the Guardian will be fine.
Huh?
Not even one god down there. It's walk of cake.
Six, 7 is just a way to dismiss whatever someone says. It's brain rot, kind of like, okay, or who asked? Oh, no shot? I'm gonna start using it then. Oh, precision takedowns. I'm really glad you called it out. Oh, no. How am I gonna get this on a buddy build? Oh, it's fucking over, dude. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, no, man. Okay. We're locked in. Yeah, I've noticed the rose thing. I'm still a skull guy. Me and my wife, like, unironically say I for gore all the time. I still think that's like the funniest shit ever. I for gore. you make the skull face. Peak internet, dude. so good. I also say for gore, dude. Yes, my people. I like how it's like a bunch of people that have been around the channel forever, so I know you're all like my-ish age or a little younger. And it's like, yeah, dude, we're all fucking getting old, boys. Oh, no, I can't Phoenix. Oh, I didn't want to Phoenix side because then I'd have a Hellion and then it would steal my kills. Take me back to dank memes, dude. I feel like deep fried memes have really phased out and that makes me really sad because I enjoy some deep fried memes. Hello. Bye. You gotta see the blue collar SpongeBob memes. Excuse me. What the hell did you just say to me? Bro, I just need 2 more headshots. Stand still, brother. So I legitimately don't know if I have ever done this solo op, like at all. How's the level grind? It seems to be like so many times better, it's not even funny. Bro, why are there 6 crystals? That is out of control, actually. No one, like, are the freaking Hive crystal mom? Oh my god. Dude, Omnigul is a crystal mom. Also, Koragos needs some of these guys. Crystallite defenders. Where's the last crystal? Oh, it's over there. Oh. So, I like the level grind being easy. I'm starting to have a slight concern. And this is me not having done the conquest yet. The ultimate ones. I'm starting to have a slight concern that the game might be too easy. Not the light leveling progress. I don't care about that literally at all. But it literally feels like I'm rolling through patrol right now.
Now comes the fun part.
It's like, I guess that's not a bad thing. Long term, it might be a bad thing. For right now, for how bad the game has felt, that's not an awful thing. But especially like contest, man, like looking back, just like your average gameplay in contest was like probably too easy. I don't mind not having like supreme, extreme, deluxe, uber nonsense damage checks or anything. Like one of those a year is like fine by me. But like the ads literally didn't matter at all. If you're a daily player with maxed out build, you should 100% be able to run through this. Dog, I think if you play, like, fuck, man, I play once a week and I'm running through this shit, like. I'm a Destiny Rising main and I'm running through this shit, dude. And I use tab controls. Oh, man. Bro, why are there so many crystals? That's actually so annoying. Too many crystals. Oh my god, I can aim, I promise. Is this the final boss? I legitimately think that's the first time I've ever done that.
No time travel, no prophecies. Only shooting enemies in one dimension.
I take it you've been sitting in on the Vanguard briefings on the anomaly?
4?
And if not in meetings,
Dude.
at home with Osiris. Vex
Oh my
days
god.
and nights.
4
Too much water on top
plus
of a Titan.
3 tier 5s. That's actually high-key absurd. How can you farm mint retrograde? If you do one of the old conquests, you got like the freest god roll tier 5 mint retrograde ever. Like 90% of people ended up getting a god roll from it. If you go to... Which conquest was it? I think it might have been Delve. It was one of the Grandmaster ones that you could do before, one of these two. I think it was Delve gave you like an insanely easy one.
There's few guardians I would send without a fire team, but you're one of them. Don't make
Oh, I
me
didn't launch
regret
Ultimate. Thank you so much, dude. If
We
I
appreciate
wasted
the
these bonus
confidence,
drops, I
Saint.
would have been
We won't
pissed.
take any unnecessary
Why is it
risks,
not defaulting to
I
Ultimate?
hope.
Bro, I'm trying to get that A. Oh. Wait. Why is this one harder? Is B plus still enough? Wait, it is? For real? How's the family in Shadow doing? Great. Thriving. Oh, dude, hockey started again this weekend. So I went and I practiced. We had like a pickup game on Friday, and then we had a real game on Sunday. Oh my god, I'm so sore, chat.
This is
My back
time
feels
sensitive
like I
Operation Guardian. Clear each
had a good
sector
night with your mom.
before it runs out. It's difficult, but at
No,
least
actually,
here,
I'm like
time only
really, I'm
flows
hurting.
one way.
I'm in pain. But it's awesome, dude. Like living somewhere where they melt the ice in the summer is so pain. Like having to wait 4 or 5 months to play, miserable. But I'm so back. I'm so back. Can we talk about the Sabres having 1 p.m. start time for a game? What the fuck was that? Dude, could you call it a game? I don't even want to talk about the Sabres, dude. Fucking pissing me off. And then the Bills lose on the same day, like. Dude. Oh, I have to do precision takedowns again. Oh. How did I get a Hellion? Wait, what? I don't even know what's happening anymore. My build does so much shit, I don't even know what my... Is this a portal modifier? Artifact mod? Oh, thank you. Dude, there's so much shit in the game anymore. I don't know anything about hockey, but it must suck getting dunked on by a team with a less cool name. The Bills are not a hockey team. The Sabres got beat by the Colorado Avalanche. which is also a less cool name. But they're a very good team. Yeah, Precision again, I know. I should have left. Wait, really? Glitch? That's sick. Avalanche is cooler than a sword? Dude, that's an insane take. A saber is way cooler than a sword, dude. Tell me you're not a swashbuckler without telling me you're not a swashbuckler, you know what I mean? I am not getting these precision pills. Oh my god, bro. It's like I don't want to use the fucking... I don't want to use my arc buddy, man. I want precision kills. I have to get 14 precision kills in this next area. There is no way. It's over. Alrighty. Yeah, we'll see if the Sabres can turn it around, man. I mean, it's only 3 games, but it depends how fast everyone can come back from injury and stay healthy. Did I say Bills? I meant Sabres. Whoever the fuck I meant Sabres, whoever I said. I don't know. I had such high hopes going into this year. Every year. I don't know why I fall for it every time. I need to stop doing that. Alright, give me your eyeball. Dude. Ain't cool. Stop. The Rangers fall off was like, at least you guys, you know, get into the playoffs semi-frequently and you have fun players to root for, like Rempy. But also, your GM is almost the direct source of my misery, so. Okay, A more. We're locking in. Okay. Getting kind of freaky with it. Okay. The Kovacs has been paying off? Oh my god, is this guy on ring 1? Battle Eye doesn't stand a chance? Just got it first Portal tier 5, not gonna lie, Portal feels so much better with good rewards. That's what I'm saying, dude. What is happening? Yo, Dark Steel, thank you for the super chat. Consider me out of the loop, but I'm not gonna invest the energy to actually Google why. So why is the level grind fixed? Funny YouTuber, man. What's up? I hope you're having a good day. It is like, dude, the game is 100 times easier. Like, the difficulty set, you don't really have to worry that much about modifiers. What do I do with this? Do I throw it at Nerd Neck? And the game just shout, like, all the bonus drops from the portal, they actually matter now. They give you light level, and you get so many. Like, I'm going very slow on this solo ops, to be fair, but I'm gonna complete this, and I'm gonna get 4 powerful drops out of it. And it's a solo ops. And by powerful, +3. And I'm like pretty late in the light grind. I'm almost 478. They turned off the need to run master difficulty 24/7. They didn't turn it off, they just made it way easier.
our next sweep, it'll be occupied by
Like, I'm running
civilians.
ultimate right now. Did you see how I was just like brushing that shit off like it was nothing?
But not enough to hold them.
That's where the forces of the city come in. Eventually, they'll be able to push out and hold these areas.
Just like Devrim's been doing in Trostland.
Bro, who is still shooting me? Why have modifiers then? Just feels like they keep introducing systems, currencies, features, and making them pointless. Well, you can still use the modifiers, right? Like, it's actually... This is actually kind of nice that they're there. They're, you know, optional. Maybe you can make them in the future where if you use an optional modifier, like you have an increased chance to get like a shiny weapon or something, you know, like something like that. But having the optional, you know, utility of a player agency, but not forcing it and letting people load in more quickly into activities, that is only a good thing. The modifiers are great, but I will maintain my position that they should not be the default. That should not be all content in the game should not require modifiers. This feels way better. But now I'm worried about how it feels once you get to 500. That's fair. Yo, A-Slip, what's up? But yeah, it's like, I love some of these optional modifiers. I think they're like really good in conquest and stuff. But having to set it up, this was like one of my main complaints. One of my, like having to set it up every single time I ran an activity was really annoying. So now that they're optional, if I want to run them or I need them for a challenge or, you know, I want to have fun or for whatever reason I need to put on a couple occasionally for something, it's good to have that option, but it should not be, it should be far from a requirement. Oh my god, look who killed me. Look who killed me, bro. Also, what Rob says, I haven't run the same thing 2 times in a row today. I mean, I've only been playing for a couple hours, or an hour in a little bit, but same. Like, this is the first time I've been actually incentivized to play other activities with the portal. Good. Good. Shill 9, only for you, baby girl. I'm the #1 LFE cream shill, bro. You can take that shit to the bank. Dude, fuck off, Callus! Ugh. Yeah, Callus is in Borderlands 4, yeah. Dude, I beat the Borderlands 4 campaign the other day. I'm pretty excited to get into the post-campaign. How are the drop rates on the shiny legendary weapons, guys? My friends keep telling me they're ungodly rare. I haven't taken the time to Google how rare they actually are. But I want to kind of go for them all. Do I get more reses here, by the way? Or am I going to die? Did it... 1 to 3%, it seems. Holy. Oh, okay. This makes me somewhat hopeful for the gameplay of Renegades, not the story though. Nah, dude, I don't even care what people say. I'm like, I wouldn't call myself a Star Wars hater, but I'm definitely like very apathetic towards Star Wars. Like I've never really been a huge Star Wars guy. But seeing all the stuff they're at least trying to do with Renegades, and it is marketing material, so we'll see how it actually manifests, but that actually got me pretty excited. That's some of the most interesting enemy stuff they've done in a very long time. Outside of the Dread obviously not applying, but seems pretty exciting. I'm interested to see how it actually manifests in game. Bro, I'm getting my ass kicked, bro. Yo, can you, like, leave me the shit alone? I'm deaf. Honestly, this power leveling has been fixed. It's feeling so good. That is huge W for Bungie. I agree. 100%. Yeah, I just don't trust the portal to replace destinations at all. I don't think that's like the... Look, I am as disappointed as anyone that it does not appear that we're getting a new destination. I'm hoping that it'll be something like Chosen where they expand on destinations and not like Echoes where they don't. Sit back there. I am gonna go out on a ledge and say it's hardly the goal. Where the fuck is this shit, bro? I don't think it's anywhere near the goal for the portal to actually like permanently replace new destinations. I think that's probably we only have, you know, so many people able to dedicate time to the game. Like working, like they only have so many people making the game. You know what I mean? And like, honestly, I'd rather new activities than a new destination in a lot of ways. I mean, obviously best case scenario is both, right? But unfortunately, that just doesn't seem to be the world that we live in. So. Where in the hell? What am I doing? Can I leave? Grayed out destination tab makes me think otherwise. No, I mean, I even asked them. They said they're just going to keep adding them to the portal screen. I just get the feeling that the portal's not becoming that, is being a more streamlined system for sunsetting. The portal's like kind of the opposite of sunsetting. Like, this is something I've never really understood. The whole point of the portal is to make you play old stuff. That's like quite literally the opposite of sunsetting. Like, especially now that they're doing stuff like this. This is like the fact that you're going to be spending more time actually engaging with old content. That is quite literally the opposite of sunsetting. When's the last time you've gone back to the Pale Heart? Right? No one would call the Pale Heart sunset. But for all intents and purposes, that is sunset content, right? Like, it is content that does not matter in any way, shape, or form now. At all. That's way more sunset than anything in the portal. Right? Just like, almost definitionally. It's kind of sunsetting light to me because a lot of the older gear is tiered to the portal. That's not the portal's fault though, right? Like I do see that and with gear and stuff, yeah, sure, that's soft sunsetting. That's been happening for a number of years. Like usually old stuff is made irrelevant by new stuff anyways. That's not really a new thing happening in the game. For gear, totally understand. They were talking about activities being or destinations effectively being sunset. But I would argue, like, once again, almost definitionally, the core premise and some of the implementation behind the portal is almost the exact opposite of soft sunsetting destinations and activities. Like, they'll rotate in and out, but they're like, they want you to keep engaging with that stuff. They're not putting something in the portal so you never engage with it again. That doesn't make any sense. But what do you do with the new destination coming with Renegades? There is no destination coming with Renegades. But with Kepler, like, you can't... I think it's also, like, a bad argument for Kepler, because Kepler wasn't soft sunset. They just didn't tie it into the portal. In fact, like, a large reason that Kepler feels useless is because they didn't tie it in with the portal, and they should have, and they have now admitted that, and that's why the new Renegade stuff, they said, will be part of the portal, right? But like, almost exactly, like, it's almost an argument against yourself saying, oh, the portal feels like it's sunsetting stuff, look at Kepler. Well, Kepler feels like that because it's literally not part of the portal. Fundamentally, yes, you're correct, but I think some activities have been revised via portal and have lost vital aspects of their personality. I agree. I do agree with that. Like, I think I ran a coil and it doesn't... Does it still have the upgrades? I feel like coil didn't have the upgrades when I played it, but maybe I just didn't pay attention. I think I've only done it once. Coil does have the upgrades? Oh, okay. Like I said, I only did it the one time. I think I just went and got the data pads. If it's not part of the portal, what is this menu called? It's on the front portal screen, but these are not portal activities, right? Like the Civ does not, like, none of the portal, like, you can't put modifiers on it. It only drops loot up to 200 light. Like Civ, or maybe 300 with today's update or something. The Civ is not a portal activity. The time lapse missions, not portal activities. Yes, you access Kepler through the portal, like, homepage, but, like, you access the tower through the portal homepage, and it is not a tower activity, or it's not a portal activity, right? That's, like, that was one of my huge pieces of feedback, like, very early, like, before all of this kind of blew up, was, like, why, I think, like, week 1, I had a tweet where I was like, why are the Kepler activities capped at 200? Why are they not part of the portal? Like, that's just kind of dumb. Fast forward. Now we are where we are. That's a large reason I believe we are where we are, because all of the portal content that we're playing is all old content. It is, like, objectively unsunset content, right? That's why the portal feels bad. It should be new content supplemented by old content. But the portal in itself, like, yes, the tier system, the new archetype system, a lot of this did soft sunset old gear. That's been happening for literally years. I can, like, all of this shit in my vault has been soft sunset because the perks are worse, or they don't have origin traits, or, you know, etc. They're not adapt, etc. Like, things have been soft sunset every year or 2 year, or hard sunset, but mostly soft sunset every year or 2 years for literally the entire lifespan of Destiny. That is nothing new. They're just, you know, now they put shiny little pips on your guns to make it a little bit more apparent. So yes, there is a form of soft sunsetting going on, and yeah, I get why people are kind of mad about that. But power creep is a form of soft sunsetting. You know, there's 100 different ways that sort of thing manifests that people just never really, oh my god, never really think about. That's just another word for power creep. Yeah, exactly. That is soft sunsetting and power creep are, I would say power creep is a form of soft sunsetting something, right? Because all the term soft sunsetting means is it's not relevant, or it's not as relevant, or it's not as good, or, you know, not as useful, or any combination of these adjectives. That's all that means, right? Like, hard sunsetting is removing it from the game or making it, like, useless. Soft sunsetting is Bungie pushing you towards using other things. And that has literally always, that has to happen in a looter shooter, or else new stuff isn't interesting. Yo, NorCal, what's up? I can't help but wonder, what if they run out of space on the menu and Kepler's the oldest thing on the menu? So that is exactly why I gave the feedback, and I have been championing the feedback that the destination menu should not be sunset. Like, I really like the idea of highlighting the new stuff on the front page, but there should still be a living, breathing, like, soul page of Destiny that keeps things interesting and enticing. The you know, these activities, the Civ, time lapse missions, they should rotate in and out of the portal just like every other activity. But Kepler should not be stranded on its own. You know, when, let's say Shattered Cycle comes out and we go to freaking, I don't fucking know, Jupiter, but like a city in the liquid hydrogen core of Jupiter or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want those two things to just be kind of separated. I don't mind highlighting the new stuff, but everything should kind of thrive and breathe together. And in a way where you're kind of incentivized to revisit and explore these sorts of things. Yo, Fuxy, what's up? Still coping for Volantis or Volantis? That would be sick. If we end up getting if Shattered Cycle is about the Stranger and not about the Dreaming City, I think Volantis would work. Oh my god, dude. What if Shattered Cycle's a Volantis expansion? I'm actually coping so... Oh wait, I don't need to kill this guy. I'm actually coping so hard for that right now. But that was a big part of when I was like, okay, why does the destination menu look weird? Where's Kepler? Why isn't Kepler on the destination? Are you guys gonna move that once Renegades come out? And they were like, no, it's just gonna stay, or it's gonna get like its own sub menu. And then that's the conversation that turned into all of us being like, wait, you're soft sunsetting? You're getting rid of the director? Like, you're keeping it in the game, but you're not updating it anymore? What the hell? And, like, that's the exact kind of reason, like, all of these discussions that we're having are exactly the discussions. You are essentially asking the questions I had at the pre-reveal event. The Ghastly Grape Advance is actually really good. What do you mean, actually, bro? I'm not putting my name on something that's bad, bro. Hope more people picked it up. Yeah, a lot of people picked it up. A lot of people did, I know, which is I'm super grateful for, and I hope everyone loves it. I only put my name on things I believe in, and I really love that flavor. I never understood the soft sunsetting complaints, but I agree the portal doesn't have enough new content to balance out the other stuff. Yeah, which is like literally the opposite of soft sunsetting activities, right? Like if the main thing to play is old stuff, then that is like it's almost a little bit that's like a juxtaposition, right? But yeah, I definitely feel like personally the Destiny community really likes to latch on to like certain phrases over delivery, raid layers, battlegrounds. We have a really like soccer mom tendency to latch on to certain phrases, and that becomes it's like Destiny's version of like the satanic panic, right? it's we're just like, oh my god, I hate this word and everything associated with this word. And the Destiny community is like really fucking bad about that. And the current version of that, or one of the current iterations of that, is Waitgate. Well, Waitgate was justified though. One of the current like ways that manifests is through the term, but for a while it was artificial difficulty. Don't even fucking get me started on that stupid fucking term, bro. But for now, it's one of the big things is soft sunsetting. It's like, define that for me. Same thing with shill, you know what I mean? Like, no one fucking that uses that word actually knows what it means, I'm convinced. But, it's soft sunsetting. Like, no one really thinks about what it means. They just know that they're supposed to dislike it, and anything that they don't like can in some way be vaguely connected to this very nebulous concept in their head.
I was happy to hear a colony ship survived on Kepler. It gives me a hope that we
Thoughts
might
on adding some
populate
wackier
sectors
modifiers,
like
inverted
this one
controls,
day.
3x supercharged big head modifier? They've done some of those, and I think they're going to start leaning into that a little bit more. I hope they do. I like wacky modifiers. I totally like that.
Covered in pigeons.
I really, really like that idea. Weight gain has led to anytime someone not getting the role they want to assume it's an issue again. I know, that's super annoying. That's fair. I guess in a post-weight gate world, that yes, that is definitely, I guess, turned into that. I've gained 10 light in an hour and a half, by the way. Oh, reclaims are going to be so freelo. Oh my god, dude. Wait. I'm about to get 6 drops. Wait. I'm going to get 6 on light drops from a match made Cabal's... What? No shot, right? So right now I'm 480. Oh, that's a great piece for build. Difficulty doesn't feel any worse. It feels way easier. Real, I think I can count on one hand the Destiny players I know that actually use terms sunsetting and vaulting the way the devs that invented them for that, or like for their intended use. If they even know vaulting to begin with, everything is sunset and sunsetting is whatever they decided is that week. Yeah.
Seems that Maya's using her new
You cannot, if you get an efficient team, guys, you can knock this out in like 3 minutes. It's so fast if you get a team that I thought I matched made with no one. If you get a team that knows what they're doing. Oh, I found out yesterday I accidentally like unbound my dismount button. Yo, Dark Steel, thank you again for another super chat. 1 second. Hear me out. We put Kepler on the destinations map. Totally agree. Scrap events like Arms Week, Heavy Metal, etc. Whoa. No. Don't do that. Just don't. Bring back weekly raids. I'm fine with that. And well, I'm fine with that as long as they start to like, they need to. They've already said that it's like a big undertaking to revamp loot, which is really unfortunate. But I would love like weekly raids if they, you know, eventually bring back tier 5 versions of those weapons with new loot pools or whatever. Dungeon strike rotators. There's already Sword of Strike rotators in the game. Yeah, dungeons too. I would actually rather see dungeons brought up than raids, to be completely honest. At this point, put those in the extra drop +3 gear once a week. Bro, don't be taking away my limited time events. The new limited time events are like some of the best things that have happened. Like some of the only positive things that have happened with the renewed Destiny system. The limited time events are fucking great. A daughter turned 16 at the end of the month, so it's time to make our lives a lot more convenient. There you go. When she move it out. When do you have the house? Do you have a younger, anyone, any children younger than that, Si? Or are you about to be like, are you a year or two away from being alone in the house again? Scalding hot take. I don't think they need to revamp raid loot. Why did that? What did I do wrong here? Sun is 11. Not too, dude. You're through the hard part, man. Oh, I just need to loot it. I'm gonna be real. I hate heavy metal, but Arms Week is sick. Then just don't play it. Like, it's nice to have like low effort events that just change gameplay for a week. That's fucking sick. Make heavy metal permanent? No, because dude, it's like such like a the cool thing about mini events is that they change your day-to-day interaction with Destiny. That's what needs to change. One of the main reasons the seasonal model got so fucking old was because every week was exactly the same. If you change up the week-to-week cadence with stuff, that's what keeps things interesting on a longer term. Now, it can't just be the same events always, you know what I mean? They need to keep iterating and making new events and adding cool new things and stuff like that. But it is a really, 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 it's gonna go a very long way to help keep the game fresh. I cannot play heavy metal more than once every 3 months. Yeah, that's where I am. But for that 1 week, like for 5 games, it's pretty fun. I want an unpowered melee only crucible mode, but every melee one hits. That could be fun. I have always questioned why they haven't taken a page out of like old Call of Duty books. Like I have like literally for 8 years, I've been suggesting the idea. Imagine gun game from Call of Duty, like Black Ops, but it's all exotics. They would probably have to develop tech for it, but imagine like you load in, everyone has a random exotic, you get a kill with that exotic, you move on to the next exotic, and it just keeps going like that. That would be so much fun. So much fun. Did they fix the grind? Tunes in K1 logistics. Well, the fact that I've only ran it once, like I've run every activity one time, Maddie, that actually to me is a huge suggestion that they did in fact at least make steps towards fixing the grind.
Golden Age
What's your take on Siva not being a focus point here? It just seems like it's weird. Giving us a destination where the biggest threat is now Siva, now just being old toy and thrown away. All of it is very strange to me. I don't, if their intention was to do that, I don't know, like, it's just not something I ever would have done. It's like, okay, I get if they don't want to, like, invest in Siva or bring back Siva, or they want to do Quicksilver instead, whatever. Yeah, sure, I get it. But why bring us back here? Like, if you want to do Quicksilver instead, just have a Neomuna season? Like, why did Maya not just go to Neomuna? You know what I mean? Like, that sort of stuff. They can write that any way they want, but it's just very strange to know the community's been begging for this one thing for so long, and to like approach it in this way is very, very weird. Feels like an ego move, not gonna lie. I just don't know why they would do it. Like, knowing the narrative team, that just, it feels very not them. Maya didn't want Siva, she wanted the war stats. Yeah, war stats are fucking everywhere, dude. And the war stats were powered by Quicksilver, right? That's the whole point of the mission. She wanted the Quicksilver. But it's, you can get war stats from anywhere. There's war stats on Mars. There's definitely war stat adjacent technology on Nessus and Neomuna. On Io. You could do like literally any other place. There's Quicksilver many places in the solar system, we know for sure. So why this combination? Like, it makes me think, the only thing I can think of, and this is super conspiracy brain, so sorry, but back in the day, there was a point where when they brought back the EDZ, Luke Smith originally said, hey, we're going to bring back the Plague Lands. And then eventually they were like, hey, we're actually not going to do that. Super conspiracy brain. But I think there's a chance that they had already completed some work on the Plague Lands. Some pre-production or something that made it easier for them to do this. and they were like, hey, we're running out of time. We just need to, I mean, they clearly didn't have a ton of time for much in this mid-season update, right? Like, not at all. For everything outside of the raid. So it's like, hey, this is like done-ish. It won't be that, you know, it'll be a little easier to finish this up and use it for Ash and Iron. Let's just do that. And so, like, I mean, that is, like, as conspiracy-brained as I'll ever be. But it definitely feels like more like a workflow thing to me. We should have reclaimed IO, in my opinion. But keep in mind, right, like, IO, we haven't been back to IO at all since pre-Beyond Light, right? So IO needs to be completely rebuilt for the new lighting and physics engine upgrades. So it's like, you know. Not saying that's like necessary, like, I know that's not something that we necessarily have to care about or whatever. I'm just approaching this from like a project management type front. Like, that's a lot of extra work for that. Check DMs when you get a sec. Guaranteed 3 feet raid. No, I don't think so, Babs. I think I'm actually gonna focus on the portal tonight. Like, I don't know what light you are, but it's like, it's literally vomiting light all over me right now. I don't really need tier 5 gear. Like, I've got good builds and stuff. I just need the light levels. Oh yeah, the one section of IO was in the Court of Blades, yeah. Because of that, actually, like, some of the assets had to be redone, right? I actually wouldn't be surprised if we see more of IO going forward. I forgot about that. Has anything what pre-Beyond Light assets have not, at least in some way, been updated post-Beyond Light? We got some of the Leviathan, we got some of IO, we got some of Titan. Have we gotten any of Mars? Or Mercury? Not Mars. Mercury? Mars is in the battleground. Mars is Witch Queen, Mars is Spire of Watcher, Mars is Battleground. Like, I feel like so many of these things I feel like are actually like not ready to bring back. But you have to imagine if a lot of like what needs to be updated are textures and things to work with the new engine, like quite a bit of that stuff feels done. Like, I don't know. I like not to backseat game dev or anything. I'm revoking your finality's license. You can't hide the fact you place a turret in that Colossus's face for me. Nah, dude. I want him to kiss it. It's a distraction. Also, like, it's so easy, dude. I'm like talking to chat. I'm pondering. It's not that deep, man. Just having a good time. Thank you for the super chat. I'm sad I never got to experience Mars, IO, Titan, Tangle, Shore, and Mercury. Most of those pretty mid, Fuzzy. If it makes you feel better, I will say Mars, actually one of my favorite destinations. Like, Destiny 2 Mars, in my opinion, is better than Destiny 1 Mars in every way. And it's not close. Like, Destiny 2 Mars might be top 3 destinations for me all time. It's definitely top 5. I'd have to sit down and really think about it. But I just, the color palette of Destiny 2 Mars, you know, the activities on Destiny 2 Mars, the strikes on Destiny 2 Mars, like, so Destiny 2 Mars, and it was tied to Warmind, which is, like, I think one of the most underrated pieces of Destiny content of all time. Destiny 2 Mars is a really beautiful canvas that I wish they would utilize more. I'm kind of a Tangled Shore hater a little bit, but like the way I saw Tangled Shore, it was just the annoying part of Forsaken that I had to get through to get to the good part of Forsaken. Zol Strike was sick. I will, like, this is a classic Scarrow hot take. I think Will of Thousands is the best strike in the history of Destiny. It was short, it was sweet, it was sick as fuck, and you could farm it really effectively. People were, oh shit, I'm like, I thought I was like firing a laser at this guy. People like complaining that we're killing Zol in a strike. Meanwhile, I'm like, this is the only cool thing we've ever done in a strike fucking ever, dude. Oh, short. I love it when the things I end quickly. Dude, me too. Savathun's song's up there. I do really enjoy Savathun's song. So I should get 6 powerful drops from this.
Whole region for resettlement. It's clearly still too hot for that. Maya's forces.
I think half of this went to my Postmaster, but oh
long
my
term,
god.
this could
Yeah.
be quite habitable.
I think I just got
Civic
6
infrastructure
plus
still
3 light up.
standing. Plenty of salvage. I bet the House of Light would love this.
Dude,
place.
that's actually crazy. People used to run a single like a month yesterday. People were doing. I still have 2 in my Postmaster. People were doing 2 3-minute solo ops for a single +3 drop. I just got 6 +3 drops from like a 5-minute activity, dude. That's crazy. Oh, I'm getting all these bonus drops. Like, just give me all the bonus drops. Wait, how the fuck do I have 3? How do I have 3 more bonus drops on K1 already? What? Why is that only +2? If I make this an A, will it be +3? You still haven't done your conquest? I haven't done 4 of the Grandmaster conquests or either of the ultimate ones. Oh, but this will turn into an A. Right? And then I'll get +3. Okay. So just to make this will be my trial run, just to make sure. If this drops at 86, then B+ is still good. Hanging out at Braytech with Anna was my default waiting for my fire team location. I believe it was mine too. I would be fine with Bungie making smaller campaigns akin to Destiny 1 if it meant they could make a better endgame with more activities. Even just a better mid-game. This is something we were talking about the other day, Crowded House. Like, Edge of Fate, I would say, is probably my favorite, like, Destiny narrative campaign experience ever. Like, I think they really killed it. And there were so many, like, jaw-dropping moments for me. In a way that I've never really connected with a Destiny story. Even, like, Forsaken or like, Witch Queen. Like, Witch Queen was really good, don't get me wrong. But I think Edge of Fate just, like, did a phenomenal job with the story. And, you know, parts of the campaign gameplay-wise, hit or miss. But, man, like, just looking at the campaign and looking at the size of Kepler, at least to me in hindsight, it is so clear, or it feels very clear to me, that, like, there were so many resources and time, like, so much time put into Kepler in the campaign of Edge of Fate, that probably would have been a lot more suited doing things like making new strikes or more interesting activities, because we interact with those things way more for like longer. And so in hindsight, it is like, man, parts of this campaign, parts of this, you know, certain parts of the destination, not a ton of Kepler, but parts of the destination were really interesting. But with that dev time, I mean, it's easily the longest campaign we've ever gotten by like 10-20% at least. Yo, Nova Mortis the Puppeteer, how are you doing? Thank you for the super chat. Yo, Scara, how's the grind? Actually, way better. I'm definitely gonna make a video tonight and put it up probably tomorrow about this. But we're still in the honeymoon period, so I don't want to get like over fucking hyped. There still might be things I don't know. And I'm still not a huge fan of light grinding being the core loop of the game. But this feels objectively way better. I'm playing way more. Like, the variety of content that I'm playing is way higher. My time feels way more rewarded. And it's actually nice to have incentive to run all these different activities. I think that's cool. I want to be able to play through old campaign missions in the portal. Give me a reason to replay that stuff. That'd be kind of interesting. I mean, that's essentially what time latch missions should have been, right? I just got a DP flawless run. I got the trunk, but stuck at 11 out of 12. For the title, the flawless is not part of the title. I want to show you here, Wheezing, in a second. If you... Oh, here, my buddies will protect me. If you go to the title... Oh, I don't have it. If you scroll over certain triumphs say not required for title, and that means they don't actually count for the title either. Just put rotating missions for Witch Queen, Lightfall, Final Shape, and Kepler in the portal. I'm fine with that. But they need to update unique loot. I still do not like them doing things like putting... I like all the unique incentive to grind different stuff. But I still do not like them putting things like dungeons or parts of dungeons in the portal without giving them their unique loot pools. I understand that, you know, upgrading their loot that they did have, I know that takes time and that might not be feasible on this short time scale, but then I would just say then it shouldn't be part of the portal right now. If something has like a definitive, like an existing, oh no, if something has an existing loot pool, it should not be part of the portal until that loot pool comes back. And I think you're going to be pretty hard-pressed to get me to change that opinion, especially about endgame activities. You know, exotic missions, some of them have, like, a couple pieces of gear that they're associated with, especially in, like, the later seasons. It's fine, whatever. But things like dungeons, if you're going to bring back campaigns, I'm totally cool with them, you know, doing Witch Queen, Lightfall, Final Shape campaign missions in a similar way that they did time latch missions for Kepler, and I'm totally fine with those being rotated in and out of the portal. But they need to have gear from those expansions that are brought up to the current tier 5 system with upgraded and enhanced perks, origin traits, all of that stuff. I don't want to just run campaign missions from Witch Queen for Mint Retrograde or Haliatus or something like that. Like, I think that is the incorrect way to use the portal, or incentivize people to run things in the portal, personally.
I was happy to hear a colony ship survived on Kepler. It gives me a hope.
See, okay.
Might repopulate
Wait, did I not
sectors
complete?
one day. Maybe in 100 years.
Did I not complete the extra bonus objective there, or did I?
Statue of the Guardian, covered in pigeons.
I might not have completed my extra objective there. Whatever, I still got +2. Could have been higher, though. Anything in the post? Dude, I'm getting so much light. This is actually fucking crazy, dude. Oh, wrong slot. Wait. Yeah, wrong slot. Damn. You did complete a bonus objective? Okay, so B+ appears to not be enough. Then. Wait, what? I just got the bonus drops from this. Agreed, we need more specific loot. The loot chase feels weird now that everything drops the same loot. Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude. I have went up 13 light in 2 hours. That is pretty good compared to the old grind.
Most of these
Yo, fantastic. Well, how you doing?
The devil splicers. They popped back on our radar.
Are you gonna make a Festival of the Lost video alongside my stream next week?
Really is dead, what do you think?
Oh yeah. If yeah, usually I make like a. It depends. It depends. But especially with them kind of changing it up, I'll probably make a like here's how to get the title or grind type video. I usually do those for the seasonal events. Did it work? You're still in the 200s. If you go to the tower right now, it'll boost you up to 300 for free, Brad rules. But yes, it did. It did actually work, yes. I have found that sometimes K1 is bugged and doesn't round up score, but that was prior to today's update. Oh, interesting. I wonder if that's what just happened to me. Dude, buddy build is crazy. Am I the only one who remembers Devil's Dawn? Dude, we all love our 3-shot in the mag king, bro. I do miss like unique strike. I am not a huge like I'm not as fond of strikes as the most of the Destiny community. I think a lot of times they're overhyped and really not that interesting. But I definitely 100% agree with the idea that we need some sort of like of activity specific loot like strike specific loot to farm. Imagine this is something that could even be interesting. Okay, let's, you know, all Pinnacle ops have the same loot pool. That's cool, and then, you know, that's unfortunate. But imagine if every portal activity had a single piece of themed loot that you could only get from that specific activity. And that is another, like, way to differentiate between which activities you want to grind. It's a lot of work, but it's cool. Yeah, especially things like the dungeon ops, 100%. And I definitely recognize it's a lot of work, but I think it's something that would go so far in terms of like people wanting to farm specific things out of specific activities and diversifying what activities they're playing. And really, if you frame it as we're bringing back this as sort of a way to bring back, like kind of capture the spirit of strike specific loot, then that, I think, would win you a lot of goodwill as well. You're describing Nightfall Adepts? No, because Nightfall Adepts, once again, came from a set pool, and it rotated weekly, but you could farm any number of strikes for them. I'm talking for a very specific piece of themed loot from a specific activity. It is similar to Nightfall Adepts, but Nightfall Adepts are actually more, like, honestly more akin to portal loot pools that we have now. Like, the only way to get Mint Retrograde is from farming Pinnacles and stuff like that. Haliatus from farming Fireteam ops, or what, you know, blah, 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 like that sort of thing. That's much more akin to Nightfall Adept loot pools. More akin to, like, strike-specific loot from vanilla Destiny 2. But expand that. You know, have a unique reason to play. Why am I playing this Reclaim, Cabal's Watch Reclaim, over the other one? Other than now bonus engram drops, which is cool. That is a step in the right direction. But I think Destiny has a major loot is not interesting problem. And yeah, it might be a lot of work to fix that, but it's something that, in my opinion, absolutely needs to be fixed. CB Gray's video on strikes touches. He made good points on strikes losing their identity. CB and I have had so many conversations about strikes because my man loves strikes, and I love that for him. And it's actually so interesting because we're really good friends. You know, I went over to their house, spent like a week with them earlier this summer, and we had a lot of conversations about stuff like this. Where I'm kind of a strike hater because I think Destiny has kind of evolved past strikes. Like, at least strikes as they used to exist were like walk in a straight line, kill a few enemies, nothing interesting, not mechanically challenging, nothing like too interesting, that sort of stuff. But I do agree with the core premise of like what made strike specific loot interesting. I think there's still a lot of room to capture that in Destiny, and I think it's sort of the perfect time for something like that. My counterpoint, initially incentive to form the activity would be high, but once people have the thing, the activity dies. Sure. I mean, once again, it's part of the portal, right? So it would be used in combination with stuff like bonus engram drops and stuff. But right now, you could make that same point for anything. Like, once you get a good Haliatus and you don't have bonus drops, why are you running this activity, right? Like, I think we're at a point in Destiny where you need multiple layers of interesting reasons to run an activity. And this is sort of on a deeper level of that, because right now you have reasons to run a playlist, the drop pool, and you have some reasons to run a specific activity in the bonus engram drops. This just further solidifies the specific activity bucket. Sky, the power grind is actually like significantly better. Yeah. It's still, we're in the honeymoon phase of these changes. It feels a lot better than it did yesterday, so they're going to be very exciting. The portal still has some problems. There's still things they need to work on, but the difficulty feels way easier. I have interacted with 0 modifiers today. I've been running on automatic default ultimate all day. Difficulty's not that bad, and I'm getting, depending on the activity, 3, 4, or 6 +3 drops a run. So yeah, I think they made a lot of very significant strides in ways that, once again, it's not perfect, and there's a lot of, I'm sure over the coming weeks we'll discover more things that should be amended or changed. Like infusion cost, but I think it is a step forward in a way that does at least make me feel like they are listening to direct feedback, which is, been a hit or miss feeling over the past little bit for Bungie. So that is a very, it's positive. It's positive in a time where Destiny desperately needs some positivity. We've had strike adjacent activities for a while now. We just don't call them strikes anymore. Yeah. All the missions and echoes are functionally strikes. Yeah, battlegrounds are strikes. So I've like made multiple videos on that. That's another example of my classic rant. Destiny players have like a really bad problem of latching on to one word or phrase and just hating it just because they feel like they should or they've been told to. How do I make this progress? Oh. The hate that just the word battlegrounds get is crazy. When battlegrounds in themselves are a super diverse set of activities. Strikes and Echoes battlegrounds greater than other battlegrounds. There are some other ones I'd put in there. I really like with the exception of all the bosses being relatively the same, I really like the Warmind Heist battlegrounds. I think I like those more than most strikes in the game. They're shorter, they're more interesting, they have way better enemy density. And especially like the Moon Heist battleground is like peak, very peak. Fuck expeditions, though. Yeah, expeditions are awful.
Cash secure.
Strike adjacent, I would say. But they're bad. Super cold take. We need to get back to the old days. Like, people being able to just walk around and just join in and help you unplug to open the world. How the fuck is that? In what? Oh, okay. I was like, in what world is that a hot take? But you said cold take. Yeah, like, I totally agree. They moved away from that. It is very interesting that they moved away from that with the Pale Heart. And they seem to have a specific reason for that with Overthrow. I don't know why they continued that trend with Edge of Fate. I would really love to ask them that. I need to keep like a notebook of questions I want to ask. Next time I get a chance, if I get another chance to interview Robbie. Mars Heist is low-key my favorite Grandmaster we've ever gotten. I really like that one too. I also like that there's tech in that one. With the, you can just kind of go, if you go to specific pillars first, it's like way easier. I like stuff like that. I've grinded every DLC launch of Destiny 2, but I missed out on that day one of this DLC when everyone was spamming that exotic mission. Then they patched and I fell way behind. That pushed me off. Oh, Encore? Yeah. So right now, Sky, you can skip. They put a chest in the tower right next to Zavala, where it'll bump you right up to 300 power level, like that, immediately. And then they made a lot of other changes. So like in the portal, if you've interacted with it at all, as you are doing your seasonal bounties and stuff, you'll get bonus engrams. You'll get these green engrams. Those used to be on light. Now they are also powerful. So for completing this Cabal's Watch, I'll get 3 powerful rewards and 3 additional powerful rewards. So that's one of the things that made this update so good. You are effectively doubling or tripling the speed at which you are leveling up. And you now have an incentive to grind a wide variety of activities, which was absolutely 1,000,000,000% not the case before. It's the best way to grind out. Literally do your weekly stuff. Well, go in your portal, complete all of your bonus engrams, and then complete all of your weekly. So if you, as you complete these, or 1 second, chat. Is there any other way? Are these the only ways to get bonus engram drops? You get them. You also get them by doing portal activities, right? Like sometimes they drop at the end of portal activities, I think. But I would say log on, complete these. Log on, complete any bonus engrams that you have, and then complete those, and then complete those bonus engrams, and then that's like pretty good. So the meta is just min-maxing bonus drops the way it should be. The way it should be. And so then you can grind activities and play even more for more bonus engrams, but really the most efficient way is just to make sure you're getting all of your bonus engrams every single week. It's good. Like, this is an objectively good change. I know I'm going to make a video and people are going to hate on me for saying it's a good change, but this is the sort of way the portal should function. Like, I'm still not a huge fan of light leveling being the whole core system. I'm definitely not a huge fan of 98% of activities in the portal being old activities. I think we need more loot diversity. But honestly, I'm a big fan of power deltas. Set power deltas, and I'm a really big fan of the change to the grind. If this is how they are going to make the game going forward, right now it appears to be in like a decent spot for that. So I love the whole min-maxing grind. Yes, I do as well. I love that we are now incentivized. Like, this has been, like, one of the biggest... Like, look at that, dude. Every one of these is going to be a +3 drop. I only see 5. Why is that one a regular engram? That was a plus... Okay, well... I don't know why that one didn't drop. So, see... 6 tier 5 plus 3 light drops for, like, a 6-minute activity. For free. Please. Fuck me, dude. I cannot get a God Roll tier 5 hiatus to save my life. That's the focus drop engram? Oh, gotcha. Like, just look at all of these things. I'm just like, and I have 2 more on my Postmaster that just came that I didn't have room for, so they'll drop in my inventory any second now. I don't need either of them, unfortunately, but that was a 13-minute activity. It's way faster if you're not lollygagging talking to chat, but still, like, that's crazy. Huge. It was a good change, but it's too late, and now this should have been how the portal was supposed to be. Yes, and it is a little gratifying on my end, because a lot of this harkens back to feedback I either gave pre-launch or directly after launch, and so that makes me feel like, okay, maybe I do kind of know what I'm talking about sometimes. It was hard, like, we couldn't give feedback on, like, the powerful bonus engram stuff because, you like, people have to understand, we played the portal for, like, an hour, 2 hours pre-launch, right? Like, you don't really, it's hard to put all these pieces together when the game undergoes, like, 100% change. Like, it's completely different, and you're trying to, like, think about all the content you're going to make and stuff. It's hard to give feedback on, like, stuff that only manifests or, like, shows itself 40 hours into the grind. Especially when you're playing on accounts that don't matter. So that, like, that sort of stuff only became apparent, like, after I got, like, the DLC launched. So, like, dude, so much of this stuff is like, man, I literally called the hell out of that right to Bungie. It's like, yeah, and, you know, they can't make all the changes and stuff. Like, I get it. I get it. It's just, you know, it is admittedly a little satisfying when you get it right. I feel like this is their real first step to building momentum. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. This is great. These are great changes. It's still not perfect after 500. It's very slow. I have been told today that people have gone up like 10 or 15 levels past 500. Like today alone. Like that doesn't feel that slow to me. I want to ask you about the epic raid. I literally didn't realize it was coming out and I missed it day 1. It looked really cool. Oh my gosh, dude. So I am so sad. I've been very vocal about this, so you might have seen me say this on Twitter, Skype, but the epic raid, and really Desert Perpetual as a whole, but the epic raid, like, I'm so sad because it is such a peak piece of content that came out at such a bad time for the game. It's not going to get the love it deserves. I think the epic raid, in combination with the normal version of Desert Perpetual and, you know, the narrative and the combat encounter design and, like, all that stuff, like, I think it like pretty definitively makes Desert Perpetual my favorite raid. And a huge part of that is the epic raid. Like, I think the epic raid, I can't think of many ways I would change it, to be honest. Like, I just am absolutely infatuated with the entire idea and execution of the epic raid. It's just so fucking good, man.
We've lined up the
It's just so
coordinates to your
good.
next LZ.
Yeah, I went up 10 levels from 503 to 513. Yeah, like, that doesn't sound unreasonable to me. I love how fast you can complete these areas. I don't know, now that it actually feels rewarding. Like, I wish Reclaim had unique loot. That's the thing, right? Like, this new activity comes out, but there's no unique reason to grind it. Or I don't feel like there's any unique reason to grind it. So why am I grinding it? You know what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. Like, I know it would be so much work, but holy, I'm so convinced, like, a dedicated drop for every activity, just like a cosmetic, like you can get this unique Titan arm piece from this activity or whatever. Like, and it just has a stupid drop rate, like 2-3%, maybe a little, just say 5%. You know, what's like, if you're Bungie, what's the average number of times you want someone to run an activity? You know, make it, what, 10%? Most people will have it within 20 runs. That's a total estimation. I haven't done the statistics on that, but yeah, I think it's somewhere in there. I think that's maybe 5%. Most people will have it, what, within 40 runs or whatever. Like, that might be bordering on a tad excessive, depending on the length of the activity. Oh no, I'm gonna fucking die. Holy. Logging back in for the first time since pre-Edge of Fate. What should I do first not to waste my time catching up? Pre-Edge of Fate. I would do Edge of Fate campaign because it's very good. Especially the back half of it. It's very good. There's a... What I would do immediately is I would go to Zavala in the tower. There's a chest next to him. It'll bump you up to 300 light right away. Yeah, man, from my humble opinion, I know Destiny 2 is far from perfect, but someone who only plays zombies in Destiny 2, I'm blown away with how much hardcore content Destiny 2 gets. It's like actually insane how much time they must have put into the... That's another reason I'm sad. Like, they clearly put an unbelievable amount of time into the Epic Raid. And I really hope Bungie doesn't look at the player count, because it's going to be, like, abysmal because of how, like, just the drop of player count in the game in general. I really hope they, like, I want them to keep making epic content. I want them to go back and remake old raids, epic versions, and I want them to keep exploring this format because it's fucking awesome. And I'm so scared that they're going to be like, oh, no one's running it. Why would we invest resources in it? I'm going to start, one second. I'm going to write down some of these questions that I want to ask Bungie next time. No match made destinations. Please keep making epic content, epic raids. I have so many questions where I'm like, man, I need to ask them about that if I ever get the opportunity to interview them again. But it's just like, dude, the epic raid's so fucking good, man. And it's been so nice because like it actually levels you up really nicely. It's fun to run with friends. Like I have easily done more raiding per day on average, or like per week on average, since the epic raid came out than, holy fuck, probably since Brood of Nightmares. We didn't run Crota that much. We definitely didn't run Salvation's Edge that much. Like I'm like genuinely running Desert Perpetual, Epic Desert Perpetual specifically, like all the time. And it's like, fuck, it feels so good. It feels so good to not only be doing that again, but to want to do that again. Something, can I join you for leveling? Yeah, once I'm done with these. Yeah, sure, that's actually fine. After this, I'll let people join up because I'm just doing matchmade stuff. Something I'm really curious about is, for example, if they didn't make the epic rated dungeon, would it enable them to bring back something like the Leviathan? I, like, almost 1,000,000,000% doubt it. I feel very confident that if Bungie was given the choice to make an epic version, like, let's say if the resources were equal or, like, within scope for both, to either remake Leviathan or make an epic version of Desert Perpetual, I don't think there's any world where we get the epic version of Desert Perpetual instead. The move to epic versions feels like a move made out of necessity, and they just happen to also like fucking kill it. Like do a really, really fucking good job with it. Zombies has nothing for hardcore players anymore. I know people are dark on Destiny 2 right now, but I swear in 10 years when people look back, they'll realize how much they took Destiny 2 for granted. Yeah, you're preaching to the choir on that one, man. Yo, Yeetster, thank you for the prime. It's hard because, you know, I'm a big Zombies fan too. Like, I play a lot of Zombies. And I was saying this I actually had like a really fucking, if I do say so myself, like a really good rant the other day where I feel like so many of these games, Destiny is one of them, they're better about it, but they still fall into this trap. Like, so many of these games that used to be filled with mystery and stuff, like, now they're kind of bullied into spoiling everything or having like a definitive experience. And I feel like Zombies is exactly that. Like going into every Zombies map, you know about what to expect. Like, you know there will be an Easter egg for Melee Macchiato, and you know there will be a some sort of like throw a grenade in this thing, and there will be a couple steps where the main things that you need are highlighted yellow or blue, and then there will be a boss fight, and then, you know, like, there's all these sorts of like very definitive things, and it can be fun figuring out some of those. But it's a very solved experience. Destiny, I feel like at times, like, is that, and then isn't that, and then is that again? Oh, this is the final boss. You know, it kind of goes in and out of that. And really, the crux of my rant yesterday was that... Where's the fucking thing? Where are we looking here? Oh, square... Sorry. I will continue this rant in a second. 2 diamonds. Is that the diamond? The crux of this conversation was the thing... Huh? Oh, it was correct. The thing that makes me so sad, and the reason I'm, like, so bought into Marathon, is because having played and seen more than... like everyone, every non-creator that, you know, that's involved with these things, like, I see the potential for a non-defined experience in secrets and mysteries in a way that, like, harkens back to old Zombies and old Destiny, and it makes me very excited. But because people, like, we just live in a world now where, like, people need to see that, like, they can't just... There's no, like, blind faith. There's no, you know, people don't really like that as much anymore. Like, they need everything kind of spoiled, or they need to know what to expect. And, like, I feel like that's a lot of the motivation behind why, you know, obviously there's been a lot of missteps with Marathon, like, don't get me wrong. But I feel like that's part of why the Marathon thing isn't working, because they're trying their hardest not to spoil this shit. People don't like that. So, but it's like, I don't know, for a hardcore player like me, like, I miss so much. Like, as part of my rant yesterday, I was like, imagine the first people that found the fly trap on Dres, or like the first people that like did the Ascension Easter egg, and like the realization like that shit could exist in a game. Or like, you know, I was one of the very first people in the Whisper mission. I was part of some of the first wave of people to help solve Corridors of Time. And it's like, those experiences are so rare nowadays because it's so hard to get people excited for like, how do you... Everything's a marketing tool nowadays. And it started off as that, where Bungie's like, oh yeah, well, this expansion has an exotic mission. This expansion has this. You're like, get excited for that. And now if Bungie doesn't market that, then people just think it doesn't exist. And that's a huge detriment to my experience and why I get so excited for certain things, and I get so pissed off when people, you know, don't believe me or don't give things chances. So, straight up data mine. You know, that's a part of it. Like, to be fair, like, old things were data mined too. Like, we knew Whisper was back in the game. That was data mined. we just didn't know like exactly what that looked like at the time. The data mining thing doesn't bother me so much. Like Chestiny, parts of that, not the puzzle, but the fact that there was something to do with chess, like strings and stuff, that was data mined like 2 days into Season of Revenant. None of that made Chestiny any less awesome. Like Chestiny was fucking awesome. Like no one expected that. The fact it was data mined didn't like spoil any of the experience. A large part of the experience was on a third-party site anyway, so it's like you can't data mine that. So Avalon was a complete secret too. We knew that there was going to be an exotic mission for Excalibur, but the way that that was presented and like was discovered in game was very natural and was very cool. I'm looking forward to new zombies. Don't get me wrong, I am too. I just think new zombies just will almost never, it's like guaranteed will not hit the same, right? Like they've shown they're very limited in how hardcore they're willing to go with the main Easter eggs and that sort of stuff. There's an expectation that everyone has. You know, there's a series of things that make me less excited or kind of temper my expectations, but I'm still very excited for it. But I hope the changes lead to more classic feeling game in the next Black Ops. Still liking what they're doing. Cursed mode seems really cool. Do not tell me this new exotic mission is good. It's terrible. And the axe sword is very bad as well. I don't think anyone says that the new mission is good. It's fine. Like I would say it's probably the most average exotic mission. It wasn't a secret. It doesn't have that interesting secrets in it. I will say the axe is very cool. Like even if it's not the most meta thing ever, I will always applaud Bungie when they try to stretch the boundaries of and like make exotics cool and interesting and unique. So I'm not gonna sit here and shit on them for the exotic axe because it's not the most meta thing in the world. It's fucking dope. It is also very good in certain situations. Like I think it fucking nukes Koragos, but you know, it's way different. They could have just given us another fucking exotic hand cannon that shoots a different element or something, or you know, just something. Who the fuck knows? The fact that they put the time in to make something that unique, pretty cool. I'll take it. I'll take 10 exotic axes or things like that over like a fucking strand ass bow any day of the week. New exotic mission itself, kind of whatever. I didn't really care for it. It was fine. I don't think it was like bad. Like I would never say it's like worse than Vox Obscura. I think to me Vox Obscura was like offensive. I fucking hate Vox Obscura. But yeah, it was. I mean, it was fine. It was a fine mission. Nothing innovative or too mind blowing, I would say. Vox Obscura was fine. Okay, no, dude. Vox Obscura fucking sucked. It was ass. Best part about Zombies Easter eggs are the banger songs, dude. Not Ready to Die is still like probably one of my top 10 songs of all time. I fucking I knew Avenged Sevenfold before then, but that was like what solidified them as like one of my gateway bands for sure. What's wrong with Vox? It's bad. It's just awful. I tested all 4 catalysts. I'm not impressed at all. I mean, that's cool. It is like objectively a very unique exotic. Did I not open a fucking chest here? Thank you, Bridgeburner. Dude, Scouts Fall actually stings gameplay-wise. It looks awesome, but my god, is it hard to run. Yeah, definitely, like, rerunning through portal activities, I learned that I really hate Scouts Fall. I learned that I like Starcrossed way more than I thought. Starcrossed is not a great one-time experience, but it's actually quite enjoyable to get the mechanics down and run it over and over again. I would much rather run a Starcrossed than Encore. Excuse me, than Encore. Skill issue Vox is the best thing in Destiny history. Like, what the fuck ever, dude. All 4 catalysts are available, dude. Someone needs to put on notifications for Daddy Nine's videos. I had a video on that shit hours ago. Barrow Dyad mission, I like the Barrow Dyad like arc. Like, I really like the way it was introduced early and upgraded over the course of the season through a bunch of secrets. I thought that was really cool. Do you realize itself, like the specific mission, pretty mid, probably around Helio stat. Helios? What's it called? Heliophage? Helio, whatever the fuck the new mission is called. I would call Do You Realize like somewhere like very linear. They're not really any interesting mechanics. The aesthetics were better in Do You Realize, I'll give it that. But like the surrounding, like the course of like, oh, you have to actually interact with Nether and solve these secrets, and the community efforts to figure out which puzzles went for what catalyst and why you were able to unlock some portals and not others, like all of that. Very cool. I really liked the entire experience around Barrow Dyad. It also helps that it's a very unique exotic that's also very good. Mission itself was like, whatever. Harbinger is my least favorite exotic mission. It's definitely down there for me as well. I don't think it's my least favorite. I would say bottom 5. How's the job working out for you? Oh, dude, it's fucking great. Like, I have like 6 projects that are all hitting stride at the same time. It's so overwhelming, but holy shit, is it awesome. No, man. Harbinger, bad Judo mission, or bottom 2 not even close? Nah, dude, fucking bottom is easily Vox Obscura, dude. Fuck Vox Obscura. I went from 510 to 526 today, so I feel like I might be able to hit 550 by Thursday. That's crazy, dude. Wait, did I mark him? They gave this guy entirely too much health, by the way.
Engineers at foundries will go crazy for this.
What happens after we all hit cap in like a week? Now that especially, what happens after we all hit cap in a week and there's no light increase or decrease for renegades? Now that, Crimson, that is a great question. Now that they've invested so heavily into the portal, what happens? I don't know. I do not have the answer to this. And maybe this will only be a problem for like 10% of the community or whatever. But I think it is a very interesting question. Yeah, at least you'd get to try, grind out Festival of Lost and Dawning tier 5s. That's a good point. Call to Arms? Yeah, the more that comes out about Call to Arms, the more I'm kind of interested in it. I thought it was going to be a nothing burger, but it actually seems like it might be kind of cool. I'm not going to spoil anything because it's all data mined, but
Collect what you can.
it's very, I will say,
It's pure Golden Age
at
vintage.
least in
We don't make them like that
premise,
anymore.
kind of seems like something they would have in Destiny Rising. Which is like that's not a bad thing. Do I capture this plate? Is that what this is? I want to go do the... Oh, he's going to do the Rumble Dome. I'm guessing you don't capture this plate. Oh, you do? One thing is Solstice was loved because it gave us a ton of tier 5s when we didn't have easy access to them. I'm worried about future seasonal events that won't have the same hype. Well, if there is interesting loot to get tier 5 versions of, it'll be fine. Right? Like, the Festival, the Lost Weapons, a lot of them have been historically pretty mid. But if they can make them good with new perk pools or whatever, it can be pretty good. Or, keep in mind, they'll have a unique set bonus as well, right? Well, wait. Festival doesn't usually have armor. Not like that, at least. So maybe not. But like Dawning usually has some pretty juiced stuff. Glacio Chasm, I want a fucking tier 5 Glacio Chasm, bro. I don't even know what perks are on it this year. I want it. It'll be good. Macabre. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, that's more of a PvP sniper. Anyway, you know what I mean? Like, between the trial sniper 3 times 4 times, and
Oh, that looks complicated.
the fucking Praedyths, like, I don't really think there's much room for better snipers unless they power creep the fuckload out of it.
We have other sectors to clear.
That's pure Golden Age vintage.
Did you just
We don't
discount me
make
as a
them like
PvP
that
main?
anymore.
Yeah, dude. I'm paid by Bungie, don't you know? That's part of the freaking contract. Are we getting a new weapon for Festival? I think we are. Is the bow new? There are a number of weapons for trials for Festival in the database, and the shiny is fucking sick.
Our enemies have sent their biggest and best to
Kinetic SMG is new, gotcha. Dr. Scare 9, have you played Battlefield 6? I played the beta when I was at Evan and CB's house. It was fun. I don't really have time to play it now, but I did have fun. Yes, there is a new weapon, which is a Trambo. Oh, so the SMG and the bow are new. That's cool. 2 new weapons. Shiny versions of the guns to farm for. Shiny tier 5 versions of the guns. Is there armor? Is there a unique, or just like a reissued set of armor with unique origin trait or set bonus or something? You don't think so? Okay. That's kind of unfortunate, but I get it. Dr. Shillo 9, how many zeros are on your bi-weekly Bungie check? Just 1. Just 1 0. $0. Is it just me, or is it crazy Festival Law is next week and not this week? Why is that crazy? That means it'll go through Halloween next week. No, but there are new mods that decrease the amount needed for set bonus. Excuse me, fucking what? No way that's permanent. That has to just be during Festival. There's no way they would break the set bonus thing 2 months after making it. That's way too soon. Oh, no, not this, where it's over, bro. Only for festival? Okay. Oh my god, bro. Why do they make you do this shit 3 times? Oh, it's not even ammo. I thought that was ammo for some reason. Oh no. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, it runs it back. Down, up. Isn't that what I just did? Hell yeah. Do I get 6 drops from this again, I think? Dude, that it just looks so good, man.
Cracking crevice of the system. She's like that parasitic fungus that takes over ants and spiders, forcing them into danger against their will. And now she's infested the Cabal. Who knows how many more legions she'll control by year's end?
Not enough to replace the Vex she's losing to independent thought. I know it seems grim, but this is actually a sign that her control over the Echo is...
Oh, that's a 5er in that slot. Let's go.
Almost home.
Huge. Anything in the vaults? Oh, that boss should have a final stand where you have to go through 5 more rounds of shooting oracles, dude. Dude. Yo, Bill, what's up? Call to arms sounds horrible from what I've read. I disagree. That's not bad, user. I kind of dig that. Bro, get the fuck out of my way. Okay, it's 9. Yeah, I can keep going. All right. We need one more person. If someone wants to run some portal stuff, we need one person. Oh, join that. Just one person. Nice. All right, we got blue. Lock in the fire. Wait. Fuck. Nice. Okay. Let's fucking get it. All right, what are we doing first here? Oh my god. Expedition Nessus? Dude, are we gonna do an expedition, chat? Oh my god, bro. Let's do an Insight Terminus. And this is so awesome. Like, wait, is everything match made? Oh, just that one's oh, they increased the number that are match made. That's sick. Well, these are nice because you don't have to fucking worry about modifiers at all. It's like, okay, that's an A score. Fuck them. Fuck them. I was at 72 to start the day. Launch bug. Video on the changes. I'm going to make a video on my opinion of the changes. Yeah, I'll make that tonight. Oh, that means I probably shouldn't go for too long. I want to try to push I don't think I'll quite make it to 500 tonight. Because I want to make that video. Can make the video on stream. But then no one will watch the video because all you guys are in stream. Very positive so far, Existential. I think the problem with making literally everyone matchmade is that people are just going to play the fastest in player population and the others is going to die. That's what the bonus engrams are for. I think I'm going to make a video today on the very positive changes. I think I'm going to make a video then tomorrow, or like that video will come out tomorrow. And I'm going to make a video for the next day or this weekend about a number of things I still think they should do.
We've received limited intel regarding a Vex information depot. I want you to get in there and figure out what they know.
Number of things I still think they should do, or problems I think we're still going to run into. But I will say, even with all of that in mind, overwhelmingly positive.
Hello, failsafe.
Another whiteboard video? I don't want to take Milo's thing.
Oh yes, quite. The Vex were very active there when
That feels a
Exodus
little
Black
on the nose.
first arrived on Nessus.
The Vex that murdered my crew came from there.
I'm sorry that you have to.
Say $4.99, you'll thank me later. Why?
It's all right. It's only taken me a few centuries to.
Do you think they'll try to nerf the power grind? It's a very interesting question, Engineer. Get a blackboard and use chalk, yes. Hey Scaro, the new Ink song was a real fun listen last week. Yes, dude, it's so good. I'm a big fan of the laugh track. A Work of Art is still my favorite of the 3 singles by far. A Great Unknown, I actually do not like that song. I will say, I do not like that we are now 3 singles deep and there has been 0 announcement of an album. That makes me very worried that they're gonna do the Memphis Mayfire thing, which I do not want. But we'll see. Illustrate your points on an Etch-a-Sketch. That's good. But yeah, man, like, it's hard because I do think that so many of these changes are very positive. I still think they can do more, and I'm worried about what it means going forward for the long-term grind. But I think, like, right now, these changes feel very good. I've been very satisfied. In a way, like, you guys know, Ash and Iron came out. We loaded into an Encore. I turned it off. I left mid-mission. I was like, sorry, bud. I can't do this. This feels fucking awful. I can't do this. I've been interacting with the portal all day. I've done the same activity twice. One time, I think, because I happened to get more bonus engrams for it. Feels incredible. 8 singles before an album release is wild. I know, dude.
I have good news.
I'm like I like 3 and then maybe a 4th like day of, you know, like or like the day before. Sometimes bands do like drop a single with an album to like promo it. That's fine. But especially with like Ice 9, like just like digging into like getting overloaded with all these new songs and then kind of digging through them, like listening to the album and learning more and more every time you go through and like catching more references and seeing people like find little Easter eggs and stuff. It's like such part of the experience.
One does have to admire
I just really don't want to break down the songs one by one a month or 2 at a time. Back from a hiatus with the album release date and then 1 week before with a new single, yeah. That's not a bad rollout. I don't mind like a heavy single and then like a radio single. I think that generally serves bands really well.
Excellent work, Captain. You are at 50% completion of this task.
But like, for instance, like Of Mice and Men are doing I think a really good album rollout right now. But then you have you know, it works for some people. Like, Oralize is doing kind of the singles thing, which I don't really like, but their music fucking rules, so it's fine, I guess. I wonder if they'll funnel a bigger. I wonder if they'll funnel a bigger percentage of bonus drops to new activities. Fuck, I hope so. I just want new activities in the fucking portal. Get any good loot from all these drops? I have been insta infusing everything but Haliatus, and I have not gotten a good Haliatus yet. I need a good Haliatus for the speedrun on Saturday. I liked what Fit for a King did. They took a year to try a different style and release singles and gauge reception, then made an album. Yeah, that's a great point. I will be honest though, like I really liked the Fit for a King album. I am so disappointed that there were not more songs like Keeping Secrets on the album. Like you had like No Tomorrow and that was pretty much it. Really unfortunate, but I was really hoping for more of that direction. The album was still really great, don't get me wrong, but like Witness the End is probably top 3 songs of the year for me so far. But man, Keeping Secrets was like such a fucking banger. So good.
There's Kargan.
Oh, that's sick, dude. Yeah, Blue Venom's really good. I think Monolith, I don't see a lot of chatter about Monolith, but I really like Monolith. Oh, you already have a good Haliatus? I have a really good tier 4 Haliatus. I need tier 5 because it does more damage. Because I think the Origin trait is an enhanced or something. Yeah, like with the Origin trait enhanced on the tier 5.
I injected some bad variables into his decryption process. That should slow him down.
You know, with all this music talk, if you want to listen to a song that's actually going to confuse your brain to shit, but it's amazing at the same time to listen to Third Sanctuary by Toby Fox, like, at me on Twitter with this or something. I'm really bad about remembering to look stuff up, but if you, like, DM me on Discord or at me on Twitter, I'm generally pretty good at looking it up. Wait, tier 5 does more damage? How much, 10%? No, so tier 5 lets you have an enhanced Origin trait. And this Origin trait, generates more ability energy. It just helps. You can only do a certain damage rotation effectively for the speedrun if you have a tier 5. What was Extinguish on? We got fucking screamed. You don't use Twitter? That's fine. Just, yeah, like I said, if you can DM me on Discord or I've got Blue Sky as well. Like, just anything really. Or fuck Twitch. Shoot me a whisper on Twitch. I might not check it for a couple days, but just somewhere where I can remember to use it.
I'm pretty sure he realizes we're not going to let him get away with stealing the data.
Yeah, crap, for sure.
You are correct, friendly.
Do we know how much more the enhanced Origin trait helps? That's a Spider or an Aegis question. I don't have that value off the top of my head. I do know it's important though.
Location secured, Commander Zavala.
Good work, Guardian.
Good work, Guardian.
What intel did you discover?
There's an almost unreadable data artifact here labeled Oxa. It's heavily corrupted, but I'm able to make out M-Sund-12 from the access log. What is Oxa and who
Oh,
is
that's a huge
M-Sund-12?
light boost right there. Huge. I think I'm 92 now. Am I 92?
But for now,
91. So close. See, that was like 6 drops in 7 minutes, dude. Shit. I'm stuck. This is good. Like, I'm in this position now where it's like, I know I should get off. I know I should log off right now and start working on this video so I don't go to bed late. But I, like, literally want to keep grinding. I have not... When's the last fucking time I felt that, dude? No, like, we're doing an expedition. We're yeehawing it up. Do I need to put a modifier on this? These are 93. That's only +2. I think I need to do a little bit more. Yo, senpai! Thank you so much for the sub, my friend. Oh, we got Launch Bug again. We're doing an expedition. Launch bug, launch bug. Okay. Dude, it's been... I can't believe that we've gone up 20 light levels in 3 hours. That's so much. That's so fast.
Some crew flew all the way out here to bury their treasure.
Oh god.
Damn waste of time.
I am now like
For a small commission.
I'm now being filled with a sense of dread. I ran so many of these fucking things, dude. I don't even care, dude. I am not sorry at all. Plunder is easily the worst season they've ever had, including the expansion seasons, including Undying, including Hunt, including all of that. Plunder is the worst, and it's not close. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to consider it. I like, there's not like, oh, but this, oh, but consider. No, fuck Plunder, dude. Worst season by so much. Great music. Fucking awful season. I don't even care. I don't even care, bro. Plunder gave us King's Fall? Yeah, I don't even fucking care. Gave us fucking more Aramis. Fuck Aramis, dude. It gave us fucking the worst, the most insulting community event literally ever. It gave us the worst activity in the history of Destiny. It gave us abysmal loot. Everything with Destiny, when Destiny started dying, it wasn't Lightfall. It was motherfucking Season of the Plunder, bro. What, the 6-man Plunder activity? Catch Crash is fine. It's middle of the road. It's your standard knockoff menagerie wannabe. Not really that interesting. Also, something that people forget is that during Plunder, that's when the game started falling apart. That's when we started, like, the servers were, like, fucking overloaded. Sometimes you'd complete an activity, and it would take you 40 seconds to get loot. Sometimes you complete an activity, and it would take so long for the game to register that you completed the activity, you were already kicked back to orbit, and it didn't count. Dude, fuck Season of the Plunder. Plunder made me quit. That was my last season pass. That's what I'm saying, dude. Trash and Iron versus Plunder. Unironically, I'd rather Ash and Iron, because at least we got the epic Desert Perpetual, which is, that eclipses Reprise King's Fall. It's not even fucking close. I would take Ash and Iron 10 times before I take a single Plunder. I don't even fucking care, bro. I don't even give one goddamn. At least Ash and Iron was free? Yeah, that's a good point. This game I had to freaking pay. Something that's gone under the radar, aggregate charge perk? Bro, that has not gone underneath the radar, dude. I'm on the aggregate charge train, don't you worry. fell off? Dog, you have fucking Destiny 2 in your goddamn username. Get the shit out of here, bro. Take your parasocial ass down to a coffee shop and talk to someone real, okay? Plunder was the least played season I've ever played, and it was peak playing Destiny with my friends. Yeah, dude, it was just so bad. There's so much revisionist history around Plunder, it's not even funny. Rage time, quick event pass. Rage bait quick time. That's pretty good. Dude, I spammed the shit out of that O button. Dude, blue left? Hello? Why does this activity just go forever? What the hell? I don't remember this happening like this. Defend your plunder, bro. Arg my booty. Oh, we have to do this at a second location, don't we? No, man. Imagine Astral Alignment back in the game. Dude, Astral Alignment is probably the worst version of Menagerie they've ever done. I'm trying to think of one that was worse than that. I'm struggling. That was just such a... It was like, whatever, dude. There was only like 4... There was only a couple activities. They weren't that interesting. It wasn't that much worse than Catch Crash. But it's just like, I don't know, man. To a point, like, I got so sick of, like, the Menagerie lights, dude. They all wanted to be her, but they could never be her, you know? You're probably the only person that's completed the activity in the portal. Dude, I haven't been there yet. Don't give me credit yet, dude. Did you... I feel like you did not... I'm quite confident you did not have to throw so many fucking engrams back in the day. This feels like an obscene amount of engrams. Dude!
I know a mark when I see one. Bag that cabal.
No! Oh my god. Oh no. Do you guys fucking see it, bro? Do you fucking see it? The source of everything bad in Destiny, right motherfucking right there, dude. Ain't no goddamn way. Kill 250 ruffians, dude. On all fronts, the worst triumph in Destiny history, not close. Including the 2 triumphs that had you win. There were 2 seasons in a row you had to win 50 comp games after hitting max comp rank. 250 ruffian triumphs was worse. Because the bonus drops Quillo. That's what I'm saying. The bonus... Oh, no. Is Extinguish on? Just hide, bro. Just hide. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. If we wipe here and Extinguish is on, I'm leaving. I'm getting off. Fucking, the bonus drops are so tantalizing, they're making me play literally the worst thing in the history of Destiny. And if that's not a testament to these changes made today, I don't fucking know what it is. Or what would be. How, dude, why do you have to throw so many fucking engrams? Scallywag title goes hard. It's fine. You know, I respect that opinion. I do find it very hard to believe that literally anyone at Bungie ever played this activity and was like, yes, we need to focus on bringing this back to the portal. That will make people very happy. That makes me question a lot of things. Will the Grandmaster conquests, will they drop loot higher than 500 as well? I haven't done any of the new conquests for this season, this half of the season, so I still have 4 Grandmaster conquests. Do I need to do them before 500, or can I save them for after 500? GM conquest stop at 500. Oh, so I should just do them. Okay. Okay, good. That is great to know. Maybe I'll do a stream doing those sometime this week, probably. Let's get them out of the way because I need to do that for title anyways, and that'll get me all the way back up to, because I'll be at 492, 493 after this. Now there will be a boss. This is so peak. Do you guys remember when I did a metal cover of this? So fucking sick. What's up, nerd? Why did I do like no damage? What? And the log, exactly, dude. I haven't talked to that guy in so long. I hope he's doing alright. He was a good guy. Or he is a good guy. He's not dead. Huh? Yo! Bro. Oh my fucking god. Die, please. Okay. Bro, Yeetzer is freaking sending this guy. Alrighty. God, this was awful. I don't think I have Fuzzy. Not the Argos theme, bro. Might be world's first expedition. I will wear that title proudly. Oh my god, 3 pieces of loot went to my Postmaster. What the fuck? That's the only one. There we go. Ending the night at 393. Not bad. Not bad. Over 20 levels in just over 3 hours. Not being efficient. Wow. Alrighty, I should go because I do want to make this video. Yeetster, Blue, thank you guys for hopping in. Except Blue, you left halfway through. How dare you? But yeah, man, like some pretty good changes. I think there's so ways to go, and I'm gonna make a separate video on that. But I do want to make a video tonight on like actually genuinely good changes. So yeah, for sure. All right, everybody, let's find someone in the Destiny 2 community to raid real quick. Let's do Aegis. Aegis was really nice, helping us with our speedrun and stuff. So I will raid him because he's awesome. Alrighty, everyone. Probably stream tomorrow doing more of this, I would say. If not tomorrow, Thursday for sure. Like, I'm excited to grind, man. Which is crazy. Me? Excited to grind Destiny 2 right now. Anyways, everyone have a great night. Go watch my video on how to get all the catalysts from the exotic mission this week. We solved all the puzzles. You can go get them all. Get all 4 of them, including the new subroutine recursion. Go watch that. It's on my YouTube. Everyone have a great night. Love your faces. I'll see you very soon.